Welcome, everyone, to episode 146 of Rangers Ed, presented by Lucarelli Law. If you're in Florida or in New York and need a lawyer, call Lucarelli Law at 239-775-8889 and tell them the boys at Rangers Ed sent you. It's funny, I actually got a voicemail from Dom like 5 minutes ago, but I had to tell him I'm doing the podcast. So here we are. I'm here with my co-hosts, Little Ed, Coach Ed, and our producer, PJ. And this is Cousin Ed here. Welcome, everybody. Okay. No, Little Ed, we're going right to you in the intro. You were with Coach at the game the other night in the Garden?
That I was.
Okay.
Against who the hell we play on Monday?
Minnesota
Wild, yeah.
So first I want to know, did you get me any of the giveaways?
So I shout out to Mark's buddy. We're gonna have Mark from Blue Line Blue Shirts. Mark's buddy Zach, one of the guys he shares the season tickets with, told us about this thing that you have to go on the app and you have to like sign up for like these special giveaways that like aren't unlimited and they're only like you have to go to the game that they give them out. It's a whole thing. So that's like a whole separate thing. So we're on the train trying to figure that nonsense out. But we did get the Centennial book, which is like part of our season ticket. Whatever like gift you get to pick at the beginning of the year, which I thought was more exclusive, but they're just selling those in the pro shop or in the merch store, whatever you want to call it.
The pro shop.
How much ball?
Get your skate sharpened. Go get your skate sharpened.
I guess that's what it used to be called because it was Kazi's for the longest time, and it was a pro shop and like the merch store in one.
That's true.
So
that's right.
So that was interesting.
Was it
That's
Kazi's?
Was that the name of it? Kazi's?
What was it? Cosby's?
Cosby's, right? Was it the Jersey place?
Cosby's.
Cos with a B, yeah. Cosby's was on Long Island.
No, you're thinking of Gaza
And yes,
and Cosby.
good games.
Across the pond. Shout out to Gaza. We haven't seen any of his crazy comments in a while. But anyway, yeah, so that's like a whole thing. Shout out to the Rangers for having like a bunch of like special things for the fans, especially season ticket holders, things like that. I don't know what else, Coach. I mean, you were really hyped on like during the game, they brought out like family members of like original Rangers. So like this is the grandson.
The theme of the game was it was 1926 to 1942.
Birth of a franchise.
So they brought out. So the theme of this game, they're going to have, 8 or 10 games of this? So this theme was 1926 to 1942. So they had original Rangers they would show on the video screen at the TV timeout. Say it was Bun Cook. At the end of the little video, they went to where they do the presentations up in the rotunda, and they said, here is the grandchild and grandson, the daughter and the grandchild of Bun Cook. And obviously, the daughter was like 8 years old, and the grandson was like 16. But yeah, I thought it was very cool. They went out, they did it.
They had a lot of people. They probably did like 4 or 5 of them. Lester Patrick.
Yeah, dude, they told that story during the game. I love that story. My dad used to tell me it all the time about Lester Patrick coming in to play goalie in the Stanley Cup Finals.
I think I put Lester Patrick in the drive.
So ridiculous.
I mean, but I was, all weekend, I was just very excited about going to the game for some reason. I was looking forward to it all weekend. Not that I didn't have an eventful weekend. I had a couple of games and this and that, but I was just looking forward to that night going to the game. We had a nice
last year, I hate to say it, I think I said it a few times, it was becoming kind of like a chore to go to the Garden because the team was in really rough shape. It's a long train ride. It costs us money to take the train. I mean, obviously the tickets are pretty much paid for at that point, but it became a point where, I mean, Coach and I were like, we don't really even want to go. And like, we couldn't even give the tickets away last year at some points. Like people wouldn't even want to go. Like it was tough. So yeah, like Coach just said, like this year, I mean, we went to the Sweet game, obviously was exciting in its own right. But like this was, I even like saw our seats, like walk down like the little like steps, like on the bridge. And I was like, wow, this like feels right. Like we're back. And yeah, but I guess rewind. We went to warm-ups, of course, and took the train with Mark. We'll have him on in a few minutes. So yeah, warm-ups are always good. We like to go on the visitor side because we can see the Rangers whenever we want. So I took a few nice videos of Kaprizov. There's Coach checking out warm-ups. So actually, here's my whole reel. If you don't follow us on Instagram and all social media, go check us out. Yeah, so we checked out Minnesota's side. Decent amount of Minnesota fans, a lot of passionate fans coming to check. There you go. That's a nice one knee, one timer from Kaprizov. And Tarasenko. I had no idea Tarasenko was on the Wild until we got there. I don't know. You could have asked me. You could have asked me what team is Tarasenko on. I don't know. I probably would have guessed maybe Detroit. He was on Detroit at the end of last year, right? So I don't know.
No, wait. Did he get traded last year, PJ? When did he go to the Panthers? Was it 2 years ago or last year?
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and then he signed with
years
Detroit
ago.
last year.
He was on Detroit,
Right.
yeah.
So that was somewhat of a pleasant surprise, I guess. So we checked him out in warm-ups, and yeah, things like that in the Garden are always fun. Like I said, it's not a chore anymore. It's a lot of fun, and the Rangers did a good job with the 100th anniversary so far. So I was trying to look ahead at the schedule. I think we have at least like 3 or 4 more of those games, the anniversary games. So we'll get some more giveaways and see some more.
Let me tell you something. Those uniforms in person are freaking really nice.
They look a lot. They look nice on the ice in person.
They are.
Well,
I really like those uniforms.
I will say you didn't answer my question. You said a lot there.
The answer is
question was
no.
We didn't get to go out. We didn't go outside to get the newspaper because we wanted to make sure we got our ticket, like the ticket stuff. So Mark was like, "Let's just go. Why don't we just bring on Mark at this point so he could start talking about this too?" But Mark was like, "Let's just go inside so we make sure we get the ticket." I was like, "All right, that's fine." So maybe they'll do the newspapers again. We'll see.
I'm sure they'll probably do it for the other nights.
Yeah, but we didn't get to do the newspaper. But the ice crew and stuff was dressed up as like the old school like press with like the bow ties and like
the Roaring 20s.
Yeah, the Roaring 20. And then like on the screen they had old like black and white graphics and like the old Madison Square Garden with like the light bulbs around it and stuff. So like everything was like a more of a throwback feel or whatever. What?
Wait, the highlight of the whole thing. When during the TV timeout, when they come out and shovel the ice, how many people are out there at about?
37.
It's unbelievable the amount of shovels that are out there.
Yeah.
Laba gets hit with the puck, drips blood from the zone, from the face-off circle in the zone to the offside circle by the bench.
Yeah.
One guy comes out with a scraper.
Yeah.
It took like, I'm going to say almost 10 minutes.
Of stop
scraping
time.
the blood off the ice, and the referee had to help him with the shovel.
Yeah, the referee skates over to the bucket to get the bucket, and then I texted the group chat at that point. I was like, they literally have no exaggeration. They do like the flying V, so it's probably like I think it's like 10 people in the V itself.
At least 10. At least 10.
And then there's 2 guys on either end with the shovel and the pails. So that's like another 2 or 3 on each side, whatever. So it's like 15 people in the TV timeouts, and then it was like a 10-minute stoppage of play while they cleaned Laba's blood off the ice. It was wild. But what else do we got? No pun intended, because they were playing the Wild. But
wait, I thought you said to bring Mark on. Where's Mark?
I was going to do a special.
Oh yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Rangers Ed family, dare I ask how we're feeling today?
Oh, that's so funny. I love that. With the moving graphic too. That's
The
really
wobble
cool.
reminds me of like South Park when they just like wobble around.
Yeah,
It's just
I love
natural. It's all about natural. Now I'm just gonna rock with it.
Yeah, it sounds like he's talking. It's great.
it.
But-
It's all
so
right.
This is what we were talking about before.
You got one? How'd you get one? So you
That's so
got us
cool.
away from the Chronicle and you got one. How'd you get one?
You were with me the whole time. Zach, I think, grabbed it for me. And then
Where
I was
did he
able
get
to
it?
secure it in the hoodie that I had. I folded it in the hoodie with the ticket so it didn't get bent.
Where did he grab it? Like at the game? Like someone left it?
I don't know how he got it, but he got it, and I'm thankful because apparently they're selling them on eBay now too.
Of course they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure they're
I don't
selling
know.
the commemorative tickets also.
Yeah, it's in due time you'll be able to grab one.
They're selling it.
Yeah,
on
they had a lot
eBay.
of cool like tribute videos and stuff in between periods and at whistles and like I said, like the different graphics, the different games. The band like during the game was cool too. They had like a full like not jazz band. What kind of music would that be?
Like again, the Roaring 20s. It was like
Yes, they had like a full like
Yeah.
8-piece band or whatever, playing that
Yeah.
type of music the whole night. So that was pretty cool.
It was like the music from Johnny Dangerously.
Yeah. What a movie.
25 bucks on eBay.
That's not bad. I was expecting
And
more.
there's a combo, the Chronicle and the ticket,
Ooh,
currently at $15 with only 2 bids, but 5 days left. So we'll see where that
watch list.
goes. Oh, I just added it to my watch list.
Perfect.
All right. Anyway, that's
I'm
funny.
gonna get into a bid war with you.
Yeah, you and me, you're gonna like drive the price up for me, like just to mess with me. Who the hell is this guy? Robertson 29? Come on. Like zero
Damn
zero
you, mean
stars.
machine.
0 stars.
That's too funny.
So what
Oh,
else did I
geez.
miss of the game, Mark and Coach? What else was special about that night? Oh, this is just me creeping on my dentist buddy. He
That's so funny.
in the corner.
I
Yeah,
was wondering what that was.
that's the
But
power
we're
of the
gonna put it
iPhone.
on anyway.
Well, he sent me
Nice
like
to be a
he
dentist.
sent me a picture of him in the Delta Club with the free cheeseburgers and stuff. So I was like, I see you up from the nosebleeds. So shout out to Dr. Szilard, my dentist. He also does work.
Wait, a
on
dentist isn't a doctor.
Technically, it is.
It is.
So I do
Of
have to
course
call
they're
him Dr.
doctors. What are you
Szilard.
talking about?
He's the
It's in
doctor.
We got to
of
get him to. We got to get him to shoot some cheeseburgers in one of those air guns they shoot the t-shirts in.
From the corner.
Cheeseburgers.
He actually works on some of the Rangers, so he knows that's how he gets those tickets. Is he knows the Rangers like team dentist, so he's moving up in the dental world in New York City.
Probably got to
Very-
work on Lava last night or the other
He's
night.
not he's not a. I told him that he needs to be the Rangers like emergency backup dentist, the E-bud.
Dude, I was just thinking that. It's so funny.
I
He's like the
texted him. I
E-bug
swear, I
dentist in the
texted him
crowd.
during the game. I was like, "You should be the Rangers E-bud, the emergency backup dentist."
Dentist is running late tonight. You're in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But you got to
Yeah.
see a goal actually.
Yes,
Isn't it
we saw the
superstitious,
first
though?
goal. What was that? Like a minute 12 in. That was exciting.
It was
Are
quick.
you
It was
supposed
in enough
Are you
time
supposed
though,
to leave the teeth out? You're supposed to leave your teeth out for the season, aren't you? Once they drop out of your face.
What do you
Is that
mean?
a thing?
I think it might be a thing.
Yeah,
What, the
most
player?
guys have that piece.
They
just
have the
pop in
bridge,
and out. They don't wear it during
But
the
once
game.
you lose a tooth in season, is it sacrilegious to put it back before the playoffs?
Well, you're supposed. Yeah, they usually take it in and out. But he lost a tooth, Laba. Is that what you're talking about?
He took a puck
No,
to the
I
face.
think
I haven't
actually
seen
said
him
he
smile
didn't.
yet.
But it looked like he messed up his mouth pretty good.
Oof, mouth pain is no joke, man. These guys are tough. But yeah, he was right back.
Right away, all the fans by us were screaming for a penalty. Screaming. I go, the puck hit him. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, there was a lot of
They're
obnoxious
screaming
fans
for a
with,
high
stuff
stick penalty.
like that. Yeah, we had the bread wench above us. That was fun. So yeah, the goal was beautiful. It was a snipe by Bread. Nice play by Mika as well. So the Garden was electric after that. But then there wasn't much. You know, I said this a lot last season, I think, or it's probably my biggest complaint about the Garden is like, I don't know if it's like the people don't do a good job in the Garden, like the people that work there, like getting the fans hyped, or there's no excitement at all unless the team is scoring.
Yeah.
Like there's no in between like chance like you see like at other games when we go on the road and stuff. There's nothing. Like, you know, like the Garden is very traditional. I get it. But I think they have to do a little bit better job of being like more like fan friendly, which I think they are doing this year with the 100th anniversary. So we'll see. But like I said,
You
like when
know-
you watch on TV, like the fans are always yelling and standing up.
You know what I think part of it is, and it's going to sound very dramatic, but it shouldn't shock you coming from me. I just think that Rangers fans are really beaten up, dude. Like New York fans generally are. I don't know if you guys saw that clip from the Jets fan, the kid. I sent it in the chat to you guys. He got like interviewed about like the Jets lost. They're 0-7 in the year or something like that. And he was just like, God, I hate this team. He's like, I hate them. Like, I'm still a fan. Like, I'm gonna root for them, but like, I hate that I was born into this. Like, I didn't choose it. Like, a lot of Rangers fans feel that way. Like, the Rangers, I think I can say the Rangers break my heart more than any of the teams I like. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, the Mets suck. The Giants have been bad for a decade, whatever. The Rangers every year break my heart, dude. So I think fans get anxious. They're at the game and they're just like, I want to win. I want to win. So when things aren't going well, they're just quiet and nervous. That's what I think it is, partially. I don't know.
I think it's
Mark, you go to a lot of
PTSD.
games. How do you feel about it, Mark? You're at a lot of games.
I think it's PTSD. I think it's a carryover from last season. Like you said, it became a chore for you to go to games. I don't know. I still cheer. I still get into it. It's still I still stay positive about it. But I could see where people could get discouraged. You know, where you got we've had 4 losses, 1 goal. You know, it's tough to get into.
I'm not talking about just this year, but like, how many "Let's Go Rangers" chants did you hear the other night?
Yeah,
not a ton.
Maybe 1 or 2.
You hear more pop
No
and Sucks
Igor.
chants than you do Let's
No
Go
Igor.
Rangers.
Well, even that, I only heard 1 of those. You usually get like 2 or 3. No Igor chants. Nothing. So
yeah.
it's not just this year. It's been past years. And I remember saying it was even the year that they went to the Eastern Conference Final. Like, it's every year at the Garden. Regular season, 0 energy. I mean, really,
I think that the Ranger
if he doesn't score a goal, it's not quiet.
That sense of entitlement where they expect Rempe to fight every game. They expect Panarin to score every game. And when it doesn't happen, there's nothing going on. You know, they need something to get the fans going. And there's how many big hits are there? There's 1 a game. You know, there's not a lot. They're not coming out with a lot of energy, even though they're playing well. It doesn't seem like, I don't know. It's a little strange.
It's lower event hockey this year, which has helped the defense, but I don't know.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
not to belabor the point, but you know, I think with good reason, a lot of Rangers fans are pessimistic. You know, I mean, the team repeated, like, just think of the Lundqvist years. Like, how they should have won a Stanley Cup in that run at some point. I think they had the most playoff wins, maybe of any team during that stretch, and had 0 Stanley Cups. So, or like they were up there. I don't know, PJ. Am I wrong? You know every stat. So, I think it was something like 2nd most playoff wins in an 8-year period.
Yep.
So
They're
I think
the only
just,
one of all those teams that didn't win in like from 2012 to 2015.
San Jose,
San Jose and them were the only one, but it was absurd the amount of series and playoff wins and games they played and didn't win.
Yeah, and it's just like tough, you know. I think you and Coach are more reasonable as fans than most fans are, right? Like, you guys are more reasonable. You give them a break, you let it go a little easier maybe. A lot of people don't. They sit in the cup, which they're not going to do on October 20th against Minnesota. So, you know, they're not going to lift the cup that night. It's kind of a little bit of that, but it also is, you're right, the suits and they can hype them up better. There's things the team could do. I think that's true, to make it more fun and engaging for the fans too.
I don't think the suits are really a problem anymore as much as it was in the past.
I think it's a 2-part thing. One, it's obviously a lot more expensive to go nowadays. I know a lot of people can't go anymore that are probably like true fans that would like to go. Another thing is expectations. Like, even the year they won the President's Trophy a couple years ago, before the season, there weren't a lot of expectations. Last year there was, but they shit the bed so early that the rest of the season there was no excitement. And then going to this year, it was a centennial year, but I think a lot of people were very skeptical and nervous and cautiously optimistic going into the season. So it's like there wasn't a lot of hype factor either going into these games. I think that does dull the crowd a little bit too.
Yeah, for sure. Well, look, let's change the vibe and bring we got Mark here for Jersey Profiles, which is sponsored by the Blue Line Blue Shirts. Of course, that is Mark. So welcome to the episode.
What's up, guys?
And you know, this is
Again.
number 40. number 46. So we figured, why are we going to talk about Marek Krivik for 10 minutes? Instead, let's just bring Mark on. Let's take a look at one of his beautiful jerseys that he's got, and we don't know who it's going to be.
It's a little bit of a surprise. It's in the 40 family though, so
put him up on the big screen.
So I did a little research before. Dan Girardi did wear 46 in his rookie season. So that is a cool jersey. It is out there. I have a buddy that collects on Instagram, Girardi and things. He has his Liberty 06-07 rookie jersey that says 46 on it. So it's out there. It's chilling out there. So
we don't pick that because Girardi's a 5. Otherwise, I would have picked Girardi.
I know it's still the number, but I went to the 40 family. I know we're in episode 46, so I went with
Grabs.
Mr. Grabner.
Nice.
Yep, I went with Mr. Grabner. It's a warm-up jersey.
Is that signed by Lundqvist in the suite?
This is his Hockey Fights Cancer jersey that he wore in 2016-2017
nice.
season. And as you all know, or you don't know, the Hockey Fights Cancer is a big. I like collecting those jerseys. It has a lot of meaning to me as my pop passed away from cancer. So I like to grab a couple. I have a couple of those, about 4 or 5 of them. But I want to stay in the 40 family, and I thought the Grabner jersey would have been pretty cool.
Solid.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but I did think the 4. If I could get you guys pictures, the 46 jersey is really cool from Dan Girardi, even though I know he's number 5. And then we also know Gorgiev wore 40. So I didn't know where I wanted to go, but I thought 40 Michael Grabner would have been pretty cool.
You have a Gorgiev jersey?
I don't have a Gorgiev jersey. I just was looking at the numbers and who else wore 40. So I wanted to make sure that I knew I had my numbers right because we weren't sticking on 46.
So that jersey you bought signed already? That
jersey I bought from My Grade signed, correct. And it was signed by Michael Grabner.
Cool.
So they have some of them up now. You could go look on the Micro website. If you look up the New York Rangers, you could find some of the stuff, some of the older stuff. But they have some Hockey Fights Cancer there. I believe they have a Jimmy. What was the last one I saw? I have a Jimmy Vesey one. I think they have another one that's up there. I think there's a Tony DeAngelo that's up there. It is. I'm just going through the jerseys that off the top of my head that I think I remember the Hockey Fights Cancer one. But I think in the 40 family, number 40 was cool, and that's why I went with Mr. Grabs.
Nice. Well, to tie it back into our show, I had a bold prediction that Mika was going to get 15 to 20 breakaways. What was Grabner's max amount of breakaways in a season, I wonder? He used to get
20 that one year.
Shit ton.
He used to get so many breakaways.
I think he had like 20 or 21 or something.
I loved watching him.
I thought your bold prediction was Mika would score on 60% of his breakaways.
He would get 15 to 20 opportunities, and he would be
score
60%.
Yeah.
It's funny you say Meeks because I was going to bring a Zibby jersey on tonight that I thought was pretty cool, but I went to the 40 family. I didn't go up to 93, so
I was hoping to get the Zibby jersey from Oscar. Honestly, I always liked Zibanejad, so I figured I could draw it back to that, and it's a great jersey curse test. But
well, we know he's not going anywhere with it. So
he went with Troche, and now Troche's. I don't know. He went to like Europe for special treatment on something, right? No, I'm just kidding. But
Oh God, don't go there.
So now
it's out indefinitely. I mean, Jesus. Anyway,
November
Grabner,
1st is the first time he could come back. First game.
Grabner is a good choice. I feel like he was a Ranger for a short time, but he like reached his potential with the Rangers in a weird way. And then with other teams, he wasn't as good, right? Like he was a great penalty killer. I think he scored like 10 empty net goals one year, didn't he?
I forget where he went after the Rangers, but I still feel like
the Rangers traded the Devils at the deadline. Shout out Igor Rykov. I thought he was going to be a great prospect for the Rangers. And then he finished with the Coyotes for 2 seasons.
Is this true? Grabner was the first player the Rangers ever traded to the Devils?
I think that is
so,
true.
Actually.
Yeah,
that is season. Yeah, I think that's correct.
Shout out to Brendan in the chat.
Nice, Brendan.
That was the first trade the Rangers and Devils ever made, I think. I think that's right.
That's a pretty cool.
Yeah, because Grabner he struggled. I mean, with his last couple of seasons with the Islanders and especially with the Leafs, he had like 12 goals, 8 goals, 9 goals. He signed with the Rangers, and they expect him to be like a third, fourth liner. And he put up 27 and 25 goals in his 2 seasons. I mean, that
Yeah.
guy, he was electric. I felt like he scored all the time. I mean, there's some great
Penalty
goals,
killing. Yeah.
I love watching him kill penalties. He was great.
The speed on they had the speed on the PK back in that era. I think before him it was Hagelin, and then Grabner kind of took that role. So
Correct.
really.
There was
something
almost a
seems
Hagelin
quite
jersey
lacking
tonight too. Almost a Hagelin jersey tonight as well. But I
That Hagelin trade sucked.
Mark was pacing around his Ranger room trying to figure out what jersey to bring on.
I text Adam like, what jersey do you want me to do? Like, is there a specific like where he just goes, just go with it, bro? I'm like, all right.
Wait, so I'm noticing it.
We talked
I'm noticing all the.
about
I'm noticing all the players you're mentioning were traded by the team. So do you have a jersey curse too?
well,
Me?
it's different when you own every single jersey. There's
Yeah.
it's either you're
In our
So that's how I beat the curse. I have to buy a jersey of every
buy
player.
every single one.
I have to buy all the players. Yeah,
You have to have a team order before the season. Final
Will that
roster.
like cleanse? I got to
Yeah.
convince my wife, but I think that's a good
You-
route. Like, I sorry, honey, I got to buy
Maybe-
every
maybe
team,
have-
every player jersey on the team.
You need to sage the jersey collection. You need to sage it.
I don't know. I
It's
don't
gonna
know.
be $4,500, but it's gonna
they say
clear the
that the
jersey curse.
They say that the Red Wings cured their curse by retiring Fedorov's jersey, so maybe we got to do something similar. I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Who's
have
the next to
think of
retire?
Kreider's or probably.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm saying we
I
have to
didn't
do
wanna say
something. We have to have like some kind of a ceremony with Cousin Ed to wash him of the jersey curse. I don't know what it is, but we have to
Well,
figure it out.
The guy's jersey they should retire because they did it with Graves and Bathgate is Brad Park with Brian Leach. I feel like they slapped Brad Park in the face.
Especially with the
years did he
Centennial
play with the
season.
Rangers?
Yeah, at what point though is it too late to do it?
He played as many years as Graves, I bet.
A nice
I mean, I know
gesture is
Graves
never
fucked
too
it
late.
up, but Brad Park
not
was a
sure
big
about
part
that.
of the team in the 70s. He probably played as long as Jean Rattel.
He played from age 20 to age 26 with the Rangers,
And what about Rattel?
and then he finished his career at Boston, Detroit.
Rattel was late to get retired. No,
But he is retired. How many years did Rattel play with the Rangers?
Rattel played 16 years with the Rangers.
Okay, so I stand corrected.
It's a
It's a
long
long time.
It's a long time.
10 more
I mean,
years.
look, I agree. Like, Park
Wait
was
a minute.
great,
He
but
played a long time with Boston also. He played 16 years with the Rangers?
he played 6 years at Boston and 16 with the Rangers, per
Wow.
Hockey Reference.
That's a
Sheesh.
lot.
But yeah, Park had it split. He it looks like he was. Hold on, I got to reopen it now because
Rattel's the only stick I'm missing.
8 with Boston, 8 with the Rangers. I mean, he only played 465 games with the Rangers, so retiring his number, I feel like I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but
Well,
he
now
did
you-
make three All-Star games and finished second in the Norris 4 times.
Rattel's the only stick I'm missing in the gag line collection.
well, now you're missing the Gilbert because you donated to the Rangers
Oh, right,
Museum
I
at the
Oh,
donated
Garden.
to the-
stop.
was he? Is that
Guys.
serious? I thought he was joking.
I'm not falling for that nonsense.
I saw it there.
It's
No,
all-
we
It's on loan. It's on loan to Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, so
I
you
traded
guys
it
might
for
not
one
know the
that's
story, so I'll just tell it quick. So my dad had a stick actually used by Rod Gilbert, and when he passed away, I was getting all his stuff together, and I had to leave some of it at Coach's house temporarily. He had to, I think he drove it down to me actually, and then he didn't bring me the stick, and I said, "Where's the stick?" And he showed me a picture. It's on his wall in his Ranger room, right next to his. He has a Vic Hadfield one. So he put the Gilbert stick right next to that, and I said, "Hey, that's my stick." And he's like, "I'm just holding it." It's so, and the stick is still in Coach Ed's Ranger room.
Within arm's
So he
reach.
did not.
No,
There's no
now
way
it's
he
at the
donated that
museum at the Garden.
No
Wait,
chance.
hey
I'm not
cuz.
falling for it.
wait.
Hey cuz.
Remember that?
Has it met the
Yeah.
statute of
Remember that
limitation though?
No, there.
What
no.
happened?
It was
I want to know
clear.
if it's met the statute of limitation on his wall.
It's been adverse.
What's the law? Possession is 9/10 of the law.
I know he
Yeah.
should know.
Wait, remember that commercial where the kid on ESPN that has the Boston garden ice, and the mother dumps it down the thing? I said to Kathy, "We need something to start this fire." She goes, "Oh, there's a wooden stick in the basement."
Oh,
You guys, Troll City over here.
Lord.
That was really funny though. So that we left that out. The Rangers set up like I don't know, maybe like 30 feet of like a museum. Maybe not that long, but whatever. Like a kind of like
Yeah, it's about this big.
Yeah, it's kind of like a timeline of like the equipment and like all different game worn stuff over the years. And one of them is like an identical. It looks exactly the same, like the same exact stick, tape job, and everything of Gilbert. I was like,
It's so funny.
I was like, send Eddie a picture and tell him
Yeah.
you donated it to the Garden of Dreams.
I was dying. I was cracking up. You guys are ridiculous. Yeah, that would not. I did not believe you, but I laughed. It was funny. But anyway, Mark, stick around. Great jersey. Thanks for showing it. And I like
Absolutely.
Hockey
Thanks for
Fights
having me,
Cancer
guys.
too. I like Hockey Fights Cancer too. I think it's a great program, and it's definitely meaningful for you to share that with us. So I appreciate that.
For sure.
When is
All
the
right.
game? Is it sorry, one more thing. Is it November this year? It's usually in November, I think.
Yeah, each
Actually,
team has
because-
a home date in November.
I'll tell you right now. I have
Yeah,
the picture
November
for
is
it.
like Cancer Month for hockey.
It
pretty sure.
is.
I've
I'll tell
made
you. I have it right
I've
here.
made a Hockey Fights Cancer jersey plaque for the Suitor.
And anyway,
sisters.
so
It's actually a cool game. I have tickets to this game. It's January 5th this year, and they are playing Utah.
So not
It was in
November.
January.
Usually it's in November.
I'm looking at it right now. 25-26 season.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
what?
I
You could
remember
say
it's
though,
November because my
yeah.
dad was when he was sick in the hospital. It was on. It was 2018. I don't know the date of the game, but during that time period, we were watching the Rangers in the hospital room, and it was Hockey Fights Cancer night. And I remember being like, "Of course it is," So, and then I just remember sticking. It's usually in November. I don't know why they moved it, but I'm sure they have their
There's
reasons.
actually, do you see the wooden? You see this wooden sign right here, the Rangers jersey? Just below that is a Hockey Fights Cancer, the poster that they give you at your seat, and I actually stenciled pops on it.
Oh wow,
No,
awesome.
yeah,
That's
it's
nice.
pretty cool.
really nice.
When you come to the bar, you'll see it.
Mark,
Awesome.
you got to pick me out a game to come. I can't wait.
I'm looking forward. Everybody's got to come.
All right, Mark, stick around. We're going to talk some hockey now. Prior to the last episode, the Rangers were 2-3-0. Since then, 1-1-1. They sit at 3-4-1, 7 points. It's good for 5th in the Metro and tied for 15th in the NHL last time I checked. So we had 2 road games in Toronto, a 2-1 loss in overtime, and then Jonathan Quick beats Montreal in Montreal after giving up 2 early goals. The Rangers recovered pretty well. They get the 2 points, and then obviously we just talked about the Garden game. Minnesota comes in, beats the Rangers 3-1. Shesterkin again beaten there. So, let's start with some positives. I think Little Ed and Coach Ed have been on the Matthew Robertson train since they saw him in Hartford. You saw him live. Obviously, PJ and I, others, we don't get to watch these players in Hartford unless we get the AHL TV package or whatever. But you saw him live, and I remember you guys chiming in on Robertson might have a future. He's finally getting a little bit of a chance, and he pots a pretty big goal at the time. Would have been the GWG if not for the late goal against. So just overall, let's talk about Robertson. Him getting more ice time and getting Vakanainen out of the lineup with Susie coming back. Robertson looks like he's here to stay, at least for now, Coach.
Well, again, I think it's just showing that whole idea of accountability and Sullivan giving the guys the chance, like Laba and like Robertson. When I watched him live the other night, like you guys know I love him. I'm watching him live. He makes very few mistakes. I mean, his awareness of the ice and where the guy he has to cover and when he has to make a switch, and it's just an all around, when he has to make a line change, all the little nuances of the game, he does really well, in my opinion. And obviously the coaches are noticing it because he's getting the ice time. I just love watching him. He's got the size. He's a good skater, not a great skater, but he's a good skater. And it was nice to see him get that nice goal.
Yeah, coach leaned over to me a few times the other night, and we kind of like were about to say the same thing. Like, he's just a smart player. Like coach said, he like makes very few mistakes. And I think this is like a perfect example of why, I mean, I'm a big component. What is it? Proponent.
Believer.
Yeah. Of like, these guys should spend some time in the AHL. He learned all of those things that Coach Ed just said in the AHL. And it's been a new thing that's been going around a lot of like the ex-players that are now analysts. The NHL is not a developmental league. So like, while everyone's saying like, oh, who is this? He's 26, right? He's a little older. Who's this? Oh, 26-year-old defenseman.
24.
Okay, whatever. Who's this guy? Like, he's never going to develop. He's done, like, trade him, whatever. Like, it takes this guy 3 or 4 years to develop. Now he's NHL ready. He learned all the small things about the game, and now he's ready to go. And that's it. I think he's outstanding. I mean, I don't know if he's going to last on the second pair. If he's able to, hell yeah. But I'd be very comfortable with him on the third pair for the rest of the season.
Well, I'll say this. I think certain, archetypes of players, I agree with you that developing in the AHL is extremely beneficial, particularly bottom six guys and big defensemen, power forwards. Certain skill sets and types of players, I think they just need a little bit more time, and you can't rush to give up on those players. A guy like Robertson, he was a second-round pick. So fans, I guess casual fans who don't understand hockey development, after 2 or 3 years of the player not reaching the NHL, are writing them off, like you said. And it's just not how hockey players develop. It's not the NFL where a second-round pick becomes a superstar in the league the same season they're drafted and they go right into the game. It's just not how it is. So I'm glad they stuck with Robertson. He's big, right? 6'4", no reason to get rid of him. Just let him develop, let him cook. I always say it, let these guys cook. And who knows? Maybe we get lucky. Maybe he developed to a point where he's going to be an NHL mainstay. He's a cheap 6'4" defenseman. If he could stick, I'm happy. If he doesn't, it's low risk at this point, right? I mean,
it's going to be hard. It's hard to see him like taking a turn. Like Coach Ed said, like he makes very few mistakes. He's not flashy. I think I said it on last episode that like most of our like defensemen, it's a good thing if you don't notice them. Like at least like him, Vach, Susi, like if you don't notice them at all during the game, that's a good thing. No glaring mistakes. They're not going to be flashy with the puck. If he puts in a goal, it might be a deflection or a weird bounce. He's not going to skate end to end. Just those types of things, like just get it out of your mind. But like if you're going to look for him to battle in the corner and win a battle in the corner or throw a hit or something like that, or get someone out of the way in front of the net for Igor, Robertson will take care of that no problem.
Yeah, I mean, PJ, you've been big on Scott Morrow getting up and helping the offense, but you got to be excited. You like when young players do good. I'm assuming you agree on Robertson.
Yeah, I mean it's a pleasant surprise. I still want Morrow. That's a discussion for another day. But I mean, this team needs goals, but we'll get into that another time.
We need to continue to prevent them as well.
The team needs goals. We'll get into it tomorrow. I mean, Morrow should be up. I mean, Morrow like.
tomorrow.
But no, I mean, it's a pleasant surprise because if we go back with Robertson a few years ago, the guy was always hurt in Hartford too. It wasn't just that he was lack of time. He didn't have it. He wasn't playing much. It didn't look like he was even going to be re-signed the couple of times his contract came up. And frankly, I was surprised he was signed this summer because it looked like he had like 5 guys ahead of him. So it was, from that standpoint, it was crazy. Then when he was a 7D, really at this point, it felt like he was just there because of waivers. And frankly, they probably weren't worried about his development anymore. He's 24. They rather have Morrow or other younger guys develop in Hartford, let him as a 7D. So I wasn't sure if he was ever going to play because I figured if there was a significant injury, they would just have Morrow or some other guy come up instead. But what a pleasant surprise. I mean, they could use a win like this. they haven't had much luck with prospects. We went over that at nauseum. But to have him hit here, and if he can continue being a solid guy who can skate well and do all those little things, I mean, that's huge. They need it. And
I mean,
for him,
I think they made that decision based on the few games he played at the end of last season, because that's when I
You
noticed him.
took the words right
I
out of my
felt-
mouth, Coach.
And
Last
I noticed,
impression.
I noticed him last year in those few games, and one of them I saw him live, and I said this kid can play, and I think that's where they, I don't want to say sold him on it, but they saw that he had a chance he could play at that level.
Yep.
He wasn't getting beat. He wasn't a -5 like Morrow was. Stuff like that.
who was a -5?
Wasn't
Mark,
he a -5 in that game in Carolina during the playoffs or something? Someone was saying.
I mean, over the
we're
whole
talking about
series, he was,
All right, well,
but plus minus means nothing.
Coach, be careful. There's time. There's still time, and we don't want to jump the gun here. I mean, look, Robertson, Mark, it looked like he might get a little bit of the Libor Hayek treatment coming into the year, where the team didn't want to lose the asset and didn't feel comfortable playing him. But that turns out not to be the case at all. I mean, what were your thoughts coming into the year compared to what you're seeing live at all these games with him?
In particular, I wasn't a huge fan of Vac getting that starting spot. I was more on the Morrow train, but at the same time too, like Coach said, and I was going to say also, he passed he had that lasting impression. So I guess whatever the coaches saw on camp dictated, especially with Sullivan, who took that spot. So I guess maybe he didn't have the greatest camp, and maybe he's proving himself to be better now. So he's up, and he's making the best of it. So, but
I think I saw Mark and PJ holding hands in Allentown.
I took the picture of Morrow and made sure to send every picture I had. I made sure to send to PJ.
You did. I loved it. That was the first time we met in person. It was love at first sight.
PJ, you probably know this. The new rule down in the HL, right? Only a certain amount of guys that have a certain amount of pro games, they can't play. They can only dress a certain amount of veterans. So
I thought that was always a
Heard
rule.
that today. I wasn't aware.
Isn't that always a rule?
I wasn't aware of that. Also, I think it's a brand new rule.
I don't think so.
So he's well over that amount of games. So they're either going to dress him or not. So you got to keep him up. You got to keep him up and let him know he's playing well. So I think he took that position from Vac. I don't think he's going to get it back.
Yeah,
I thought he had a
think
good
that's the new rule.
preseason. You didn't think he played well in the preseason, Mark?
I didn't say he didn't play well. There are things that we don't see in camp, right? The eye test, we see preseason games, but there are things that we don't see in camp that the coach clearly said, okay, he trusted Vac more than he trusted Robertson. So
I thought I had him listed in my choice as a 6th defenseman, PJ, or 7th. I know I had him on the roster. I don't remember.
Yeah, but both you and Little Ed actually had him when we did our preseason predictions. So that was a pretty good prediction that ended up coming true at some point.
Well, Little Ed also hit on the Rempe prediction a couple years ago as well. He also hit on that. So going to Little Ed Scout, we call him Little Scout Ed. We should call him Little Scout, because he goes to these Hartford games and he starts plucking out these 6th, 7th round picks, and he's like, "This guy's gonna make it," and he ends up hitting. So,
Robrick's the next one.
If I'm cousin Drew, Little Ed's my scout, telling me who to bring into the line.
I don't know why you're giving me all the credit. Coach nabbed Robertson.
No, you hit Rempe.
We were there together, but he definitely spotted him first. I can't take full credit, but we've both been on the train for sure.
You were campaigning. Remember that video you posted in the summer that you wanted him as Fox's partner in the summer?
Yeah. Dude, I'll stand by that. He would play great with Fox. I'll stand by that.
Amazing now.
Gavrikov looks great, whatever, don't get me wrong, but I stand by it. Robertson would still be a good pair for Foxy. But shout out to our buddy Mike in the chat from Connecticut. We definitely got to hit another Hartford game, so let's get one on the calendar.
Hirsch just joins. Hirsch watches the episode and joins in, and he just comments to get us off the rails. He's like, "What comment can I write?"
He hates Rempe too.
That can be thrown up on the screen and just get the conversation completely derailed. I love it.
Either that or a chirp at PJ. One of the other.
We're not talking about Rempe, okay? Because Coach is going to go on for 20 minutes about how great Rempe is, and then we're going to.
But he's playing third line minutes.
No, he was saying Rempe sucks the whole night the other night.
Oh,
Rempe,
God.
Rempe got like 3 or 4 scoring chances down low, and he blew every one.
My God, the
Driving
guy should have 10
crazy.
goals already.
I saw it very close up and personal.
Yeah, him and Edstrom both have had insane
Well,
amount of chances.
That's a good segue. Good segue into the next topic, which is Mika Zibanejad's interview after the game. He was super frustrated. I have not seen that kind of fire from Mika in a long time. Question, he's usually very thoughtful with his answers from the reporters, and they asked him, is it dangerous for you guys to just keep emphasizing that you're getting chances without the results? Paraphrasing the question. And he essentially said, like, I mean, dude, yeah, I know I need to score, but I'd be more worried if I weren't getting any chances at all. So, and then he was pressed to elaborate, and he kind of snapped at the reporter, and he's like, look, I know you need to ask these questions. Like, I don't really know what to do other than get the chance. It's like, I just have to bear down and score. Like, do you have any ideas? He pretty much asked the reporter. So it kind of ties in coach saying Rempe needs to score. It's not just Rempe. The whole team, I feel like, is getting chances and is unable to score right now. Zibanejad has had some prime opportunities. He's playing well. I mean, we can't sit here and say I'm pretty happy with Zibanejad's play
Watching
this year,
him
especially
live,
after last year.
He's a completely different player watching him live this year.
Yeah, he's motivated for sure, but the results not there.
It's
So
night and day different.
yeah, so I mean, Coach, I want to start with you on this. You don't have to assess Mika's game necessarily, but what about those comments with what he's saying, like focusing on the chances? I'm getting them. I need to bear down and score, and the whole team collectively, it seems, is in that position.
Well, I think I heard the comment on the radio. I think after a certain amount of time, you expect Rempe not to finish. So anything Rempe finishes is a bonus, but you expect JT, Panarin, and Zibanejad to finish. They have scored. I don't know if JT Miller has, but they have scored 30 goals scoring seasons. So you expect them to finish when they get those great opportunities, those great looks, as he keeps putting it. I see his frustration. I mean, the guy asked the question, he gave him an answer. Don't press the guy. They're already upset. They're already thinking about it. If anything, you're making them not even want to interview after a game, because now, to me, I always say with the coaches, like if they blow a lead, now I got to go talk to the press after this. They're just not looking forward to it. So now that in their mind in the game, he misses that chance. He misses another one. And then, in the locker room, in between periods, it's like, oh, great. Now I got to answer these questions again. That's in their mind. It's kind of like a mental thing, I feel, human nature. I'd be like, I'd be like Tortorella. I'm sorry. I'd be like, that's it. The interview's over. Parcells and Tortorella. It's over. Good night, boys. It just gets very frustrating when you got to hear it night after night. Of course, they're frustrated for not scoring. They love scoring. They're professional hockey players. So ask the question, let it go a little bit. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, they are professionals. They get paid a lot of money. I think their contract is honestly earned off the ice, in my opinion, like dealing with all the stuff that they have to deal with online and with the reporters and things like that. So yes, he does have to go into the interview knowing the question is coming, but at the same time, like, I love this coming out of Mika. Like, I hate
Me too.
that. I hate the reason for it, obviously, but the biggest takeaway from this was after the game the other night, Lindsay was doing something on her phone or whatever, and she looks up, she goes, "Wait, was that Mika?" I was like, "Yeah, that was Zibanejad." And she was like, "I have never heard him like speak like that ever." And she's like not a diehard like us. She's become a fan because of me and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But she watches almost every game with me and post game in between periods. And she's like, I've never heard that from him ever. And I was like, I love it. So Mika, anytime goal scorer tomorrow night, put the prop on right now. But I love it. I think it's like a new Mika. Last season, he was like almost like crying in interviews, almost like not even like in an emotional way. I wish it was an emotional way. Last year was more of just like, yeah, like I'm getting some chances here. You got to bury those. It is what it is. This year, it's like, no, I know I have to score, dude. Like, I get it. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah,
The raw emotion's there.
Go for it, Mark.
I'm sorry, PJ. I mean, the raw emotion's there. I think, plain and simple, the skill is there. It's puck luck. I mean, at this point, they're gonna fall. I think they're gonna fall into the back of the net. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's all over the ice. He's one of the only guys I think right now offensively that's noticeable. So I think it's just really puck luck, and it's gonna. He's a good enough player if he's putting that much emotion into it. Not like last year. Hate referring to last year because I just want to get that out. But if that happens, I think they're just going to end up in the back of the net eventually.
They have to.
I mean,
Yeah.
also, again, I talked about it last week with Ali. Look at the way he's playing without the puck also this year. He's not just skating around like just killing time.
Throwing
He's
hits.
creating those little interference plays. I mean, I know he complains a lot at the faceoff circle, but he's more engaged with the referees and digging in, and he's definitely into it. And the team is coming together. They're all saying the same thing in the interviews too. So that's showing me that JT Miller's got the locker room under control with the assistants. To me, so
Coach, did you notice? I mean, especially last game, he was finishing hits like he's out there.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
showing up.
noticeable. Yeah.
He's showing up in the score sheet.
He's not killing the guy. But
I do it for the outline, and I look at the hits, and I'm like, Mika threw 2 hits in that game. Like, I don't remember that.
And I was like, whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
We're not looking for him to throw a booming hit, but him throwing that little forecheck, just reminding the defenseman that he's not going to have an easy night. That's. I mean, we try to tell our forwards the same thing. We've been for as long as I've been coaching. You just got to remind the defenseman that you're there. I'm not asking you to blow him up. You just got to remind him that he's going to have to look over his shoulder when he's going back for a breakout pass.
Yeah, PJ, give your thoughts before we wrap up.
No, I mean, Little Ed nailed it. That's what I was going to say. I loved hearing him like that because I've never heard him like that. It just feel like all his interviews were so mopey and just like laissez-faire. Like hair was dry. This year his hair is wet. He's sweating. You can tell, and like Ali said in the comment, how much they care and they want it to work. As I think he knows he's put in the work. He's doing all the right things. He's getting tons of chances, and he's doing literally everything he can, and it's still not going in. Because it is one thing if he wasn't getting the chances or he was unnoticeable. But he knows, one, they haven't scored, and two, he is being counted on. And it's good to see him.
It's also a stupid question. I mean, frankly, I don't know who the reporter was. And I hate to criticize them because that is their job. They have to ask the questions, and whatever. But it's just a difficult question to answer. It's like, at what point is getting chances not enough and you focus on results? And it's like,
what are you supposed to say? Oh, next game. Yeah, forget
it.
Dude,
no, it's like the answer is all I could do is focus on chances I'm getting. What are you talking about? If he had 12 goals right now and he, and was getting the same chances,
it's like a rhetorical question in a way.
It's the same approach. He has to only focus on the chances, even if they're going in. He can't just be like, oh, I'm the best goal scorer in the league. Like, you have to stay even keeled and focus on your game and then just let the luck happen. Right. I mean, I just think collectively, and this ties into the scoring woes here, the next topic, collectively, the team is just in a rut with luck. I can't explain it. I mean, the Rangers, I know coach is going to have like a seizure when I say this, but the Rangers have the third most high danger chances in the NHL after that game Monday, and the third fewest goals in the league. So that's not sustainable. If the Rangers continue at the pace where they continuously get, top 5 in high danger scoring chances with the talent they have, as they get a little healthy, they're going to go in. It's just going to even out. The luck is going to change. It's not a Jersey curse. It's going to change. So I think that they're doing the right thing by just sticking with the process, guys. Right? I mean, just stick with the process. But more concerning to me than the lack of scoring is the lack of scoring of Alexis Lafreniere and honestly Will Cooley. To me, those two guys, more so than Mika, who's looked great to me. I mean, dude, I don't know about you guys, but that play on the boards by Lafreniere with the empty net, I texted PJ right away, and I was like, I think I'm done with Lafreniere. I've since backed off on that, but I was really heated. That was such a soft play, dude. Like that was just really soft with an empty net, needing a tying goal. Those two guys scoring woes is really is bugging me. I don't know. Cooley, not so much. He gets a little bit of a break from. He was the only guy last year who cared. So I'll give him a break. I don't know if you guys want to chime in on that. I'll throw it a little Ed.
Well, before we move off of Mika, I just wanted to comment. Like, I never thought I'd say this, but I really like him and Panarin together. I think they've been showing a lot of chemistry. They definitely need that other player, like a Cooley, to be a little dirty or like be that first guy in or recreate the havoc down low and stuff and create time and space for those two. But the passes that they're making, Mika's like kind of doing blind passes, knows where Panarin is like a lot of the time. And I mean, Panarin's goal that he scored for the first one at home this year was a beautiful pass by Mika. And I think against Montreal was a similar play too. It was kind of like that tic-tac-toe from Mika to Bread. And it was just like, it was great. So Coach and I both commented on that on Monday. So I just wanted to throw that in, that I'm willing to admit that sometimes I'm wrong and Mika and Bread can play together. So we'll see what happens when Trocheck comes back. But for right now, I mean, it's hard to pull those two apart. But yeah, we'll see. What did Allie say? I missed it.
She was just specifying about how JT was talking about for the Toronto game when Mika, because I was personally worried about that with Mika when he whiffed on that OT goal for Toronto. I was like, oh no, it's going to go the opposite way with him now because he is so sometimes mentally fragile that I was like, man, he's not scoring. Then he makes a mistake like that where he whiffed. I was like, oh no, is he going to go into a tailspin? But the next game against Montreal, he ripped that one-timer power play goal. He drove up the middle of the ice and set up Bread. I mean, he looked electric.
Yeah, that's the goal I was talking about. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen him skate up the middle of the ice like that with speed
in a long time.
Years, yeah. Really.
I mean, the thing that
upset me about back on Cooley, Eddie commented to me during the game live, he seems to be trying to do too much. He's trying to take this role that he's being pumped as the next leader and so on. He's trying to do too much, and he's not playing that simpler, physical game that got him those goals in front of the net.
Exactly. He's got to simplify his game, forecheck hard, go to the front of the net, get the dirty goals. He's trying to like toe drag through guys now. Like he tried to go, he was a 1-on-2. He tried to split the defenseman and go in on the goalie alone. It's like, dude, throw the puck on net, go through the defenseman like a bulldog and get your own rebound like you did 100 times last year. Like, those are the plays that work for Cooley. That's what got him where he's at. He's not going to now all of a sudden be a Panarin because he's in the top 6.
No, it's like you're asked in a job interview, like, what's your weakness? It's like, cool. I'm trying to do too much, Too hard. He's not playing well. I mean, that's a nice way of putting it, that he's trying to do too much.
He's not playing the game he played last year.
He's just he's not impacting. He's not impacting the game. I mean, in any way.
You don't see him at the front of the net. I feel like that's where he scored a lot of his goals last year. Tips. How many goals did we see him went on top of the net when he was done? Like, I just feel like he's on the perimeter too much, which is weird for him.
Yeah, I'll give him more time because, like I said, last year he was like the only bright spot. He's a hardworking kid. I'm sure his game right now lacking has nothing to do with effort. So there's got to be another thing, other reason. So we'll just give him some time. But like, I really want to bring up Laugh because I was so heated after that play on the boards where he didn't get the puck in the zone. He does not impact the play ever. I feel like he is if he's like effective in like a way of not noticing him. Like he's not like out there detrimentally hurting the team or anything, but he's not making any plays. He doesn't make any kind of plays that generate any chances. I don't see anything. Nothing.
He made a few good passes. I got to disagree with you on that, but I'm not looking for it. I'm not counting it, but I'm going to say he created a couple of scoring chances.
I'm going to say he's the exact opposite of Mika Zibanejad. You go to the games. Have you noticed him on the ice? Because I know I haven't.
I have
no, not crazy, but he has made a few plays.
I'm not taking that away. He's out there on the ice, obviously, but
But like Cuz is saying,
Yeah.
he's not like making a guy buckle his knees and then making a pass across ice and making a
When is the last time he did that though?
The playoffs 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Well, the start of last season, he was really good before that's how he got the extension because he
You're
had
not
15
wrong.
points in the first 16 games. But I think, yeah, he was in the first few games. I feel like the first game against Pittsburgh, he had like 8 shots. The second game against Buffalo, he scored, made a great play on Miller's goal where he went to the corner.
He played well in that game against Buffalo. I agree.
Yeah, and then it just kind of like has slowly disappeared since. And it's concerning because he's getting top power play time without Trocheck now. And that's what everyone clamored for, right? And you would figure this is it. Like, get the confidence. He's going to be touching the puck more. It's nervous. It's, I'm not ready to give up on him, like you said, but it's scary a little bit because if he doesn't hit, they're screwed. They need him to.
Well, I was so heated. I was like, I'm done with Lafreniere. And PJ's like, so let me get this straight. You're willing to give Parsonen more time, but you're done with Lafreniere. I thought that was pretty funny. I'm just,
I got a pretzel in my brain.
He's a number 1 overall pick. Like, he's an NHL player. I'm not saying that he's hurting the team or anything, but he needs to impact the game offensively. He needs to carry the puck in the zone, make a move, set up a play, get a high danger chance, create something. Like, that's his role on the team. His role on the team is not Parsonen's. If he's a Parsonen, fine, but he makes $7.4 million and he's a number 1 overall pick. So like, that's not going to work. It's funny you say that because a friend of the show, Corso, bought a Laffy jersey at the Garden, the first Eastern Conference Final run against Tampa. And I told him the other night, I texted him, I was like, dude, you're the one with the jersey curse. You've screwed Lafreniere. You got his jersey, and now look at him. So
I'm trying to
give
pawn off the
everyone else.
people.
It's like that episode of How I Met Your Mother where you just what's the guy they pass it to? The guy from Lost?
Man, me and Lizzie just talked about this a few weeks ago.
I forgot what it's called.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm trying to do.
It'll come to me.
I'm trying to give it to everybody.
In fairness, I got a Lafreniere jersey, the reverse retro in 2021. So I've had it early too. And I got
That's what I mean.
before he played.
I got the Stadium Series after he had that nice game outdoors. But
I have a home and away.
in
if that makes a
Laffy-
difference.
Laffy should have started in Hartford.
Look, your curse is on a whole nother level.
I don't care if you're a first overall pick or 151st overall pick. You should play a few games in Hartford and learn how to be a professional.
You can't at that age.
Why not?
You can't go to Hartford till you're 20 years old.
He's right.
So he would have
That
he would have either been in the NHL or in juniors his first year.
Well, I guess did they change that rule now then, right?
They did now.
What?
That's what Altman got
That-
screwed on
Wait, Shane Wright went to the AHL, didn't he?
when he was 20.
They had to wait till he was 20. They had to healthy scratch him all those games to
That's such.
develop him.
Well,
The
whatever. Either way.
NHL is filled.
And I'm glad they changed the rule.
The
He could have played
NHL
in
is filled
college
with
if they changed the rule, too.
contradictory rules.
Coach, that's not the NHL's fault. That's the Canadian Junior League's fault, not the NHL's. That rule is because of the Canadian Junior
Play in
Leagues.
the NHL at 18, but you can't play in the minor leagues. That doesn't make any sense at all.
It's because of the Canadian Junior Leagues. Hockey's so popular in Canada that those leagues make a ton of money. So they don't want all the junior players who are stars like Lafreniere to not go to the NHL. If they're not going to be in the NHL, they want them in the WHL, the OHL, or the Q, and not in the AHL because now they're losing all that talent from their game. So they'd rather have a 19-year-old Offman killing it on the Erie Otters or whatever than him going to Hartford and learning how to be a professional. So now that rule has changed.
I understand that, but Laffy
Dude.
was I understand what you're saying, but Laffy was not going to the juniors. He was the number 1 pick overall.
He needed to go to the NHL at that point based on the rules in place. That was the right decision. He's just not that good, maybe. I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know. I want to be patient. I really do. And I've seen flashes in his career, but like he does not impact the game at all. And
He's
that's
obviously
it. Like, that's
a
where I'm
very
at.
good. He's obviously a very good hockey player. We've seen it. It's between the ears, as we
That
always
play with the
say.
Panthers where he drove to the net and he made that deke and scored in the playoffs.
Why?
Where is that? Where's that guy?
There's the difference between the guys we talk about that are up here that bring it every single night, and there's guys like him that are down here, and like it just all of a sudden, like Connor Bedard, they're talking about him. He's a completely different player this year. You never know. Maybe it clicks for Laffy next week, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now.
Yeah, I know.
But at
So
the
like
same
Robertson.
time,
Disappointing. It's
Well,
very disappointing.
Sort of like
it's extremely
did
disappointing.
it click for Robertson?
It did, but he played in the AHL for how long?
Right.
I just think the Lafreniere, he's one of those guys that some guys, when they have like their C game, can still make impact. It seems like if he doesn't produce offensively, he doesn't.
Well, he's got to learn how to do that. He's got to learn how to do that. And Coach Ed's trying to toss him a bone by saying he made some nice passes. He's got to make some nice passes, maybe throw some hits on the forecheck, things like that, because that's when he was successful in the playoffs, when he was a presence on the forecheck. He has the big body. He has the speed. He has the toughness. He just doesn't show it.
Yeah, I just don't, not to get off the rails, I don't understand why every top prospect the Rangers draft is billed in a certain way at the draft. This is their game, and they come to the Rangers, and it's not their game. It's just not even close. Lafreniere was billed as a bulldog, a future captain, a guy who they compared to like Nathan McKinnon in the way he skates up the ice with the puck and makes plays. He doesn't do that at all, guys. Not even like remotely. He's just dumping it in and changing. Like that's what he's doing. And he can't even do that with an empty net.
I think part of it, though, Cousin, is the same thing they did with Kakko, is when they came in, the Rangers started them on the third line. David Quinn was making Kakko like dump and chase all the time instead of playing his game. He wasn't getting power play time. So none of these guys had confidence right off the bat. It took until Laviolette came in and Lafreniere played top six. Because you remember that season in the preseason, Lafreniere had a horrible preseason. Everyone wanted him gone. And then still Laviolette started him on the second line. He scored the first goal of the season and then took off with Panarin. But I don't know. I just feel like they didn't get confidence off the bat. They like had to earn it, which is fair, but also like most.
Is that why you're pointing to your head, little Ed? Because you agree it's a confidence thing for him?
It's between the ears.
Yeah.
He's not able to bring it every single night. He doesn't have confidence with the puck for whatever reason. Like he doesn't have confidence to skate it up the ice like you're saying you want him to do or he used to do. So he's just dumping it in. And I mean, what I was going to say is obviously they didn't have a choice at the time, but like when you're going from playing against 18-year-old kids and dominating to now, or actually 16-year-old kids, a lot of the junior players are, to then going into playing against men, I would gain the red line and just dump the puck in too. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's probably petrifying to a certain extent. I mean, he's a big kid, but like it's a
He's
big
like 23
jump.
now.
And we say it, how many times have we said it? His first season was what, COVID? His last junior game and his first NHL game was like almost a full 365 days or something.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's
I
true.
hate to keep giving that excuse, but like his whole entire development was screwed up.
Well, you know who else had that
Whether it was
issue?
the rules, the
Tim
stupid junior
Stützle,
rules, and COVID,
Lucas
and
Raymond. I mean, all those
Yeah,
guys.
but they
had that
got. But Cousin,
Lucas
they
Raymond's
also-
taken a long time to develop. All of a sudden, he's having a great year. He wasn't this phenomenal player the last 3 or 4 years.
Raymond is like a 30, 40 goal guy every
Yeah,
year.
but they were given top power play, top line right off the bat. That's the difference. Those teams
Different
sucked when
situation.
it was a
Yeah,
tough
that's true.
situation. The Rangers.
Yeah, we don't
weren't
have
the
to
worst
keep going.
team.
We're beating a dead horse, and I'm just venting. I agree with you. It's probably between the ears with him, but I am at this point
It's between the ears, but
very concerned. With
it's between the ears.
Very,
But
very
my
concerned.
concern is he has no reason to not have confidence. He's playing with very good hockey players. He has one of the best coaches in the world. Peter Laviolette was no coach to shake your head at either. He has the coaches. He has the talent around him. There's no reason for him not to have confidence. So that's what I'm worried about.
If he hadn't done it, if we hadn't seen it yet, if he didn't have 2 years ago or that playoff run, I would be where you're at, Cousin. But we've seen it. We know he can do it.
True. I'm
Has
trying
it in
to.
there.
All I know is the few passes I saw him make, if someone would have finished on it, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. You'd be going,
That's
what a
fair,
pass
too.
by Laffy into the middle.
But there was a few times that
A
I
lot
said
of it
to you,
all
Coach.
goes hand in hand also.
There was
I
a few
don't- I
times I,
don't know
said
what
to you at
plays
the
you're
game
talking
too
about.
that like Laffy's got to finish that, or come on, Laffy, what was that? I mean, I
Yeah.
caught myself in that a lot.
It's disappointing. That's it. It's not just about points. He doesn't impact the game to me. In my opinion. Coach, you may see it differently. This is my opinion. You're live. Maybe you see him impacting in different ways, but I just don't.
What? I
See
mean,
it.
last point I'm going to make, it's like what I was saying about the other players where it's a good thing not to notice them. Laffy's not supposed to be one of those players.
Yep. Exactly. All right. It's time for everyone's favorite segment, Coach's Corner with Coach Ed.
Hey everybody, Coach Ed here. I'm over here in the shop at Bella Italia, Marble Granite Quartz, picking up my order for a nice little bathroom I'm doing. I've been a contractor almost as long as I'm a hockey coach. So listen to me when I tell you, when you want the quality work and craftsmanship, come and see the boys over at Bella. They serve all 5 boroughs, Westchester, Long Island, all the way out to Montauk. Whether you're a Ranger fan, Islander fan, Devils fan, they're going to take care of you no matter what. Make sure you give them a call, 516-561-1018. Let's go Rangers.
All right, boys, bring it in.
What's up, fellas?
What happened?
I thought Mark was going to do the chalkboard.
It froze for me. It froze for me.
Before we get into the chalkboard situation with the face-offs, we wanted to analyze a little bit. I just want to make a couple of points. I just want to mention the effectiveness of Sullivan coaching and the system he's put in. With the injuries they've had, Susie went down, Trocheck went down. Who else? We had another significant injury for a couple of games. Still, the goals against was very controlled. The scoring's not there, obviously, we've talked about, but the chances are there. So the team is playing at a level, and they're able to fill in guys and move players around in the lineup, which is not. I'm not going to say it's an easy thing, but it's a good problem that they solved. They seem to have solved. So it's something to look forward to. Unlike some other teams who get an injured player and they end up tanking, so that's a positive thing to look at. The second thing, analyzing the minutes in that last wild game, PJ sent me over the minutes played. The whole bottom 6, except for Carrick, so 5 out of 6 had less than 10 minutes in that game for some reason, which I found a little interesting. Carrick obviously kills penalties. That's probably what brought him up to that 13 minutes mark or so. So it's something to keep an eye on, where he was relying more on the top lines, maybe to try to get him to get a goal and wake him up or something. But again, the consistency I like seeing game in and game out, even though it gets a little boring to watch. It is once it comes around and pulls through, I think it's going to work well. Any feelings on that?
Yeah, it seemed like he was going when they needed that goal. He had Mika, Panarin, and Miller out a lot because I think he saw, like what you're seeing, Lafreniere and Cooley were struggling a little bit. I think that Labaline got benched for the last 7 minutes. So it seems like that's the odd line out for now.
Well, like the bottom 6 too, the fourth line too. They all had less than 9 minutes.
Are you saying the fourth line or the third line? Because the fourth line, it was noticeably
The
out of
bottom
control.
6, I said.
Yeah,
I said
okay.
bottom 6, except for Carrick. So
I mean, with Trocheck out, the Rangers currently have 3 scoring threats in their forward group. You know, in my opinion, at the moment, because I don't consider Lafreniere and Cooley as scoring threats right now. I mean, they are throughout the year; they will be, but right now, no.
And
So
Sheary-
and Sheary's not really. I mean, he's getting chances and shots on goal at least. He should have had one the other night. He was. I don't know how that didn't go in, but
yeah.
He's playing well. I have no problem with Sheary. I don't expect him to get more than like 10 goals. Like that's just what he is. But I don't know, Coach. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is because something, they say roll 4 lines and then they say load up. And everyone has different perspectives. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, you want to roll 4 lines mostly when you have a lead or it's a tight game, but when you need a goal, you're generally going to run with your goal scoring lines. Even though you say Cooley and Lafayette aren't goal scorers right now, there's still the chances of getting a goal and creating a goal are higher.
What game
You
were
think
we
JT
watching? We were watching the game we were watching together. What was it, last Thursday night or Friday night or something?
Toronto.
They had the fourth line out there with like a minute and a half left, didn't they?
Well, they were buzzing that game. They were buzzing. Yeah. They
The
were
same thing
getting
happened in
this
the
chance.
Edmonton game too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway,
guys who could put the puck in the net. That's what it tells me.
just wanted to throw those couple little points out.
I think last night was different
So
too
we'll get
because
analyzed
Sullivan
on
was pissed how they played. I think Sullivan said they were outplayed, so I think it was all a mess compared to the other games where they were dominating.
Yep.
Well, I think the good thing about Sullivan is what we've been wanting is like he's not just going to play the star players just to play them. Like where in past we're like, why is Kreider on the or like why is Mika on the ice right now? Like he hasn't had a good game. Like whereas like Sullivan's going to play, he's going to put Carrick out there if he's having a good game because that's how hockey's played. Like it's not always going to be the star that scores that goal. Actually, very rarely it is. Especially in the playoffs and stuff. It's like the third liner that comes out of nowhere that has like a great or game tying goal and shit.
Matto.
There you go. What we got, folks? Bring out the board. The board comes out.
Me
Makes
too.
All right, so the Wild got their 2 goals or face-off plays. The first goal, who got the first goal? I'm trying to remember. I just watched them.
Brodin.
Yesterday and today.
The defenseman Jonas Brodin.
That was from over here, right?
Correct. Yep.
All right, so we had again. I don't want to pick on Laugh because we picked on him on that other game with the face-off goal that he made the mistake against Pittsburgh, I believe, opening night. But Laugh was here. We had the center, and we had a D back here, and we had the other wing. So what happened here? They had a D here and a D here. I think we complained that Laugh didn't go in and try to help inside the center mark on the draw. If you watch the play, puck's dropped. They win it back. Laugh goes in to check. This guy comes around. The D chases him, stays with him. Actually, this guy got the puck. I'm sorry. He had the puck. This guy stayed with him off the wall. Laugh came in. Then he went here. And this D smartly went here while Laugh had his eyes here, and he was going to check this play. When this guy was covered, he should have recognized that and went this way. And then, obviously, he got the shot, deflected off the Laugh stick in the net because he got there late, so he had to do a leg kick and a stick out, and it wasn't a good situation for him. I think he read the play wrong again. I don't know. To me, one of the reasons why the teams have the iPads on the bench and they look at it, I'm going to say it's mostly for face-off plays, the way the goalie's playing certain situations and the way the defensemen are playing. And I'm going to say at some point they're reading, why would this D go here when he sees Laffy jumping? Then he's going to go here. So they might have seen that earlier and made the play and adapted to it. It's not an uncommon thing for the D to go wide, but they might have seen that this thing's going on that I'm going to jump it. No,
Well, I
the
think
smart center would say it, or Kaprizov would come back and say, I'm going to do this, go wide. He's going to jump me, and I'll dish it, little things
Laffy's
like
playing
that.
the right wing in this position or in this.
Well, he's in front here. I don't remember exactly where he is, but he was in front.
But he's playing the right wing, PJ, right?
Yeah, I mean he's shifted lines because he swapped with Cooley, but I believe he's playing the right with Sherry and Miller.
Or in this situation right now, he was on the right.
He was the right, because he went.
Yeah,
This
so
was
I
his man.
Correct.
So the lesson to be learned here for hopefully some kids watching is like when you're playing the right side, your responsibility is that left side D in the defensive zone. So Lafreniere, like you just said, should have recognized that the Rangers defenseman was already with the guy with the puck and just stick to your responsibility.
Correct.
And what we always
Right.
preach as coaches, and the game of hockey is built on teamwork, correct? So you have to trust that your teammates are doing their responsibilities in order for you to be able to do yours at the maximum ability, or whatever you want to say. So in this instance, like, the rest of the team has to trust that Laffy's doing his job so they can do theirs. And that is,
Yep.
and Igor's included in that. Igor's got to trust that Laffy's going to be covering that defenseman and focus on where the shot's coming from, not where it might be coming from in a split second or whatever.
I mean, Igor did have the right position on it. It just got deflected, kind of a change.
Yeah, no, I'm not blaming Igor, but just saying, like, just
No, I'm
an
saying-
example.
He read the play well.
Yeah, no, he was on it.
If I'm
Um,
Igor,
yeah.
I'm like, get the hell out of the way.
At that point, that's what I teach a lot of our players too. It's either block it or get the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you
think-
could. I understand what you're saying with that, PJ, but you can't totally get the hell out of the way because then the guy can walk in even more.
Oh, I know, but I mean, if he just
So
stood his
it's kind of an
position.
in between thing.
Oh, I
He
get
went
it.
for the poke check. He's trying to get the stick in the lane. It's tough.
Well,
But-
I just think that there's getting out of the way. I don't think means just let the guy walk in, coach. I think maybe like steer him further away from the net, but don't block the shot. Don't block.
Yeah, no
Igor's
partial
vision.
blocks in this.
Right,
So
like
we
just
don't
like
want any partial
angle
blocks.
angle him out so Igor gets a better angle or something like that, and you're out of the way, you know. But
Yeah. On TV, they showed Sullivan and Quinn both go to Laffy immediately after, and basically were showing them either they almost read the lips and say, get your full body in front of it or don't stick your stick out, because that's exactly what's going to happen.
Well, the other thing I was going to say, just to touch on what Little Ed said about trust, I feel like, when you're taking a face off, it's really important, that trust aspect, because, and coach, I don't know if you preach, read and react and all that to your kids, but during the play, you'll see a lot of times players will cover each other. When play is in motion, it's been going on for a minute and a half. Guys are changing, left wing goes to the right side, right wing covers the left wing, all that stuff. You have to be able to cover your teammates and read and react to plays. Not everything's going to be so smooth, but on a face-off, it's frantic. You're trying to get control of the puck. You're trying to clear the zone. You have to be able to trust that everyone knows exactly what to do on the face-off, so that you can focus on your only job. So Little Ed, just kind of piggybacking on what you said there, I feel like in that kind of a situation, especially a defensive face-off, it's super important to have that trust in your teammates.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
What about the second goal, coach?
Second goal, I wanted to that one I'm going to say what happened was, which I loved. Oh, by the way, on that first goal, Robertson was on there. Robertson just totally plowed this guy out of the way and created that vision for Igor over here. If you watch the replay, I mean, just like snow plowed him out of the way. Again, away from the puck. Away from the puck. Great job.
That second goal, Igor thought he was on top of, and he wasn't.
And that's getting to their position.
I mean, he was. It got a weird bounce off the stick. I mean, the chance of that shot hitting the shaft of a stick, I know Laffy shouldn't have had it there. But sometimes when you get that stick there, the guy won't shoot it, and then you can angle him. So as a coach, you always say, get the stick there, force him one way. That's one way of forcing him. How else are you going to force him wider other than getting the stick there? So, it's a puck luck type of thing also.
Yeah, and then
Cody
another scenario, it goes off his stick and into the crowd. Everyone's like, "Oh, great play by Laffy there." So,
Right.
I think he
so-
wasn't close enough, though, which is why the issue with his stick was, because he was more of a deflection.
I understand. We're overanalyzing it. If you're listening to
Right.
what Eddie's saying, if it does deflect into the crowd, it's a great block. But it went
That
the
does.
other way, so now you're screwed.
Yeah, it was a terrible bounce.
So anyway, so on this one, I think this was Susie.
I believe
Susie
so.
on the
Remy
wall.
was
Yeah, he got beat pretty
If
bad.
you guys are listeners, if you have audio only, check us out on YouTube and don't forget to subscribe. You can check out Coach drawing on the whiteboard.
Can't beat
I
it.
think this was Schneid's.
In the corner
Yeah,
there,
that-
which I hate how they line up the defense.
I don't like that either. I would have him up here. It drives me crazy. But anyway,
Why are they doing that? What's the strategy?
I don't know. They changed like last year. I saw them doing that a lot. I don't get it. They did it the other way for years. That's how I learned it. So what happens on this one? The puck gets one back to this area. I think this wing got it on the Wild.
Into the high
Carried it
slot.
this way. He kind of beat Susie wide. Schneider went this way to cover the front of the net. So Susie forced him on the angle. Then Schneider came this way. The guy came around and did a wraparound. And at this point, Rempe went out here. And Susie came across and again did a Robertson and just cross-checked and snowplowed a guy down. Left this side of the net open. Rempe got caught here in his position, but the Wild had a guy all alone down here. Schneider got picked by that play by Susie. He couldn't get over. So Rempe has to recognize this guy's all alone down here. If you watch the replay, Rempe's standing at the hash marks, looking right at the guy. He's got to get down there and get that. You know, it sounds like it's not his responsibility. No, it's not. But at that point, it's an emergency. You have to go down and help him down low. You know, especially with his reach, he could have took one stride and been on that guy, and the guy just taps in the rebound. To me, that
what
one's
did
on
center
Memphis.
do?
Susie got beat, but forced him wide. The guy didn't cut to the middle on Susie. He took it all the way around, and then Rempe should have made a play on that guy down low. In my opinion,
What did the center do, Coach? You remember?
I mean, the center's job is basically stay with the center. So Carrick, I don't really remember watching it that closely to see what Carrick did, but who got the goal? Was it the center?
I think it was.
There was a lot of traffic over here, so I'm gonna guess that Carrick came to the middle to help out here.
I just remember the net being wide open. I was like, why is that guy standing all alone, able just to pitch that?
I'm telling you, Susie got the one guy and cross-checked him. I mean, Susie probably should have let him go for Schneider, but the guy started here and Susie pushed him and got him down and cross-checked him, and Schneider got boxed out by that, so he couldn't get over.
Everyone also thought Igor had the puck.
That's what
thought he had. And then
No, I don't think it was the center though. It was the guy's first NHL goal.
There was no whistle, and everyone thought he had the puck, and he just pulled it from him and popped it in. It was down on my end, so it plain as day.
He pulled it out from under him, or
it was the puck was loose. He was never on top of it.
Oh, okay. So then it's a goal.
It was like right between his glove and his stick. It was right there. He pulled it out, popped it in.
If you watch the replay, while everybody thought Igor had it, there was enough time at that point for Rempe to leave this post and get that guy. And he kind of maybe he thought Igor had it, so he didn't go. But you got to go, obviously. Hopefully,
I'm just confused. I'm just confused, and maybe I got lost in the story and the drawing and stuff. But so Susie goes behind the net, and I don't remember exactly. Schneider cuts to the front of the net. So the guy tries to wrap around. So I'm guessing Schneider cuts to that far post.
I think Schneider was up here, and the guy did the wraparound. Then he came here to stop that guy.
Where did Susie go?
What's that?
So where did Susie go? He cut to the front also?
Susie was over here, and there was a guy alone here also, and he took care of him.
So there were three guys by the net.
But
I believe so.
It didn't look like it after Igor made the initial save. It was like the seas parted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody kind of froze thinking Igor had it. Like Mark said, it looked like he
That's
had
really
it,
what I think. Honestly,
there.
that's what I think it was.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
like I said, hopefully a little lesson learned, and guys, I'm
whistle.
sure they're going to watch films and analyze it.
Another guy with his
What
first
that?
NHL goal.
Ugh.
Another guy.
It just
Play
felt,
every whistle.
it just felt worth talking again because this is now the third goal directly off a face-off. We talked about the opening night goal against Pittsburgh, and now these two. We'll have to keep track if this becomes a trend because this is now 3 early on, which I feel like doesn't happen that often.
Well, I think a lot of teams get goals off of faceoffs. That's why they always talk about faceoff win percentages. I mean, Pittsburgh, I've watched over the last 5 or 6 years, Crosby what plays off the faceoff. He's just a freaking magician with it.
I agree.
Obviously they have plays. And I think
I
that's
agree
what
with
they're
you,
doing.
Coach.
I'm sorry.
No, I said I agree with you. I think that there are a lot of goals off faceoffs, but I also agree with PJ's point. In the early goings, the Rangers have to defend better against the faceoff. So we need
100%. You got to battle.
Well, it's frustrating because they're defending so well 5-on-5 and not giving up much. But
and then off the faceoff,
and then all of a
they
sudden they're
collapse.
giving these goals up on the faceoff. It's like a kick in the nuts because they're doing everything else right, and then off a faceoff where it was so avoidable.
Yep, definitely. All right, Coach. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
About my brother's trying to get Coach into an analytics guy. He says, is it better if a player limits quality chances on the D end, and if they're good, if they create offensive looks?
I think the question he's asking is it better if a player, and maybe I'm wrong, is it better if a player limits quality chances defensively or helps create offense?
So who would you rather in the lineup, Robertson or Morrow?
Right, that's the idea. I think that's the idea.
No.
Oh boy.
The answer is always going to be defense with Coach. And honestly, we could talk about analytics all day, but I think in every single sport throughout the history of every single sport, defense wins championships, right? So that's the answer.
100%.
It always does. Baseball, if you can have a team full of 280 hitters with 15 homers, but they're all Gold Glovers, they're probably going to win. Good pitching wins. Front seven in football, cornerbacks in football. Hockey, same thing.
Said it a couple times. Their defense is creating their offense right now. It's just not,
that happens on every team.
Yeah, all those road wins, you take a look at it.
Well, Mark, the offense they're creating is the third fewest goals in the league. So I don't necessarily know if that's great.
Well, wait, now you're talking about goals before you said high danger chances.
Yeah, it's creating a high danger. That's true.
Well, that's, Coach, the whole point of high danger chances is, would you agree the more high danger chances you get, the more likely you're going to score? Yes or no?
I mean, that would kind of make sense. The percentages are always going to go.
Valaket says for every 4 high danger chances, they score a goal. And that's just statistically across the whole league.
All right. And what are the Rangers doing right now?
That's the baseline of analytics.
Okay.
So
how many goals
Coach would not be good in a deposition. I would hate to depose you. It would be the worst experience in the world. Yes or no, Coach? Well, I mean, maybe. It tracks.
You don't want me in a deposition. It happened to me twice, and I was like Mika Zibanejad in the interview.
What?
Very emotional.
Somehow.
All right, let's move on to our stars of the week. All right.
I got the hot dog. I got the hot dog in the bun, and the second bun in the palm of my hand.
Veteran move. Straight up veteran move.
That comes from all my stops at the hot dog wagons in the city.
All right. So MVP of the week, boys. Mark, we'll bring you into this. You weren't prepped for it, so you're going to be a little spur of the moment, but why not? You're here joining us. All right. So MVP of the week. 1-1-1. So we're just doing the 3 games. PJ, we'll start with you because you probably wrote it out. So we'll give Coach a second. We'll give Mark a second. Who's your MVP of the week?
I went, even though he didn't get a point in Toronto, just because, especially the last 2 games, and because he finally got a goal, I went Panarin. He had the goal in Montreal, and then had points on every other goal too, and then had the opening goal yesterday too. He just looked like he had like an extra hop to his step, and if he starts getting hot, they need it bad. So it was nice to see him go and start to look like himself again.
Yeah, I mean, Little Ed, I'm going to go to you next. Otherwise, I feel like I always end up with you last. So I'm going to go to you next, MVP, before I give mine.
All good. I'm going with Zibby. Pretty much all the same reasons PJ said, except for Zibby. But I'm giving Zibby the whatever you want to call it, a few extra bonus points for that interview. So he was the MVP on and off the ice for me.
Yeah, I went with Zibby too. Because I looked at his. I was honestly impressed when I put together the since the last podcast numbers. Zibby only a goal and 2 assists. It is 3 games. It's pretty good. But 9 shots on goal and 5 hits. I mean, that to me, damn,
if Zibby had that stat line last year, we would have lost our minds.
Yeah, 9 shots on goal, 5 hits, and 2 block shots. 2 block shots as well, which from him, I think he had 2 all year last year.
Different player, man. Wet hair Meeks.
You want to talk about creating offense? He is one of the only players on the team actually creating offense right now. All right, Mark.
Not to take anything away from Panarin, but a lot of Panarin's success is coming from Mika's driving, I guess.
100%. I agree.
Well, this year, yeah. All right, Mark.
Well, you all said Zib. I was going to choose Zib, but I'm going to go different because I am different. I'm going to say Igor Shesterkin.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, you take a look. Hey, the man is standing on his head. He's having. I said it in one of my morning moods. I hate to say it early, but he looks Vezina-esque. He's kept them in every game. I think Igor is, like everyone says, is the best player on the team right now. So he definitely he gets the MVP.
PJ's got to go change his shorts now.
No, but I did want to. I said this pre-show, and Mark just made me jog my memory, and I want to get this out there now because I can already see the next episode one time. It's upsetting to me they're wasting, and Valaket said it too, his A games here. He's 2-3-1, and his stats are just absurdly, stupidly good. And
Henrik Lundqvist flashbacks.
And I know what's going to happen. He's going to have, because it's the law of averages, no goalie's going to have a 960 save percentage. It's not going to happen. He's going to have a couple down games to kind of lower the save percentage to a more realistic number. And everyone's going to be like, oh, my God, Igor lost this game. Oh, Igor's playing like crap. And we're going to forget about how good he was in the first part of the season. He should be 6-0.
But why can't we get Igor's A game every game?
It's just not realistic. And no goalie is going to throw –
I mean, I didn't watch Hellebuck every year, but he was MVP of the league and the Vezina.
Yeah,
well,
but
Little Ed, you said
he was unbeatable.
You said it earlier with Cooley, right? And Laffy. Sometimes you can't. Not everyone's going to play their best every game.
They're playing 82 games. Yeah, they're playing 82 games. It's different.
Are we talking?
You can't compare a goalie to a player? In my opinion.
In that season last year, Hellebuck had bad games. Every goalie, even when Igor won the Vezina, he had a stretch there where he had 4 or 5 bad games in a row in January.
That awful January.
But
Igor right now is second in the NHL in goals saved
here.
above expected. He's second in the NHL in goals saved above expected with 8.74. Connor Hellebuck is third, so he's in good company, 8.62. Guess who's first? You'll never guess.
Kira Schmid.
No.
Is it Wall?
No,
he's not even playing. It's isn't it Jet Greaves? Is he up there?
No. It's not Jet Greaves. I know you wanted Jet Greaves in fantasy. Damn it, Mean Machine. But it's not Jet Greaves. Spencer Knight in Chicago.
Oh, boy. I watched that game the other night.
Igor's above him in Money Puck.
Evolving Hockey.
Okay. Money Puck has Igor above him.
12.4 per Evolving Hockey. So
hey, Little Ed, didn't I watch Ducks Chicago the other night? I kept talking about him.
Scouting for fantasy.
Well, he's a stud, Spencer Knight. I mean...
All right, what's up?
Anyway,
next?
Coach.
Talking about non-range.
I'm going with Panarin. I mean, Mika's got 9 shots and this and that, but you don't get no medals for trying, as Bill Parcells would say.
It's literally the question the reporter asked that we talked about earlier. Gave you credit. I love it. Oh God,
we got to go back to titling the episodes after because that's perfect.
Yeah.
No credit for trying is perfect.
The best one was ceramic bowl, eating something out of a ceramic bowl.
Ice cream.
Oh, is that one of the first episodes?
It was like episode 2, chocolate ice cream out of a ceramic bowl.
Yeah, I'm like mid rant, and you just hear Coach's spoon clinking against the ceramic bowl, and I'm like, "What is that noise?" And Eddie's like, "He's eating ice cream out of a ceramic bowl."
I was like, "That's a very specific sound." I remember that
middle of
like it was
recording.
yesterday. I was like, "That's a very specific sound. I know exactly what he's doing." That was before we were doing video. God, what
Yeah.
a throwback!
That was the sound they made in that movie Get Out that hypnotized the guy. She with the teaspoon and the.
Someone's got to pull that and play it. That was just so good, man. That was in the dog days of this. Like,
Might have been episode 2, man. I think
it was like episode 2, yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah, and there was no video. You're right. So we had no idea like what was going on. Okay, highlight play of the week. For this one, I'll start. I picked Matthew Robertson's first goal. I just like when players score their first goals, and especially a guy who spent all that time in the minors, didn't really get a chance. Probably doubted himself at times, questioned whether he would actually make it. And then for him to get his first goal, it's just an awesome feeling as a fan of the team to see that. I love that kind of stuff. So I went with that. Might have not been the highlight, like actual highlight, but for me, that was the highlight. Little Ed, what about you?
That's why we have the award. I don't know if I'm going to be stealing this from Coach or not, but I'm going with it anyway. I'm going with Schneider's hit in Minnesota the other night because Coach Ed and I were actually
That I missed.
So yeah, we were in the bathroom and we both missed it, and we heard the cheers and we're like, "Did they score?" And we're like, "No, it's not the goal horn. It's too loud to be Montreal. So what the hell could have happened?" And so maybe you're right. Maybe the team needs to do more to get the Garden to react a little bit because the place was very loud after that hit.
Yeah, that was sick. That was such a
broke his
nasty, man.
stick on that.
Yeah.
That was the old Schneids right there before the shoulder issues. That was nice. I'd love to see that from him. He's got to do that once every 3 games.
Looking for more of that.
Yeah, once every 3 games, he's got to make an impact like that for sure.
Yep.
All right, Coach.
Bullshit every game.
If you're not first, you're last.
No credit for trying.
All right.
No credit for trying. Throw the
I
hit.
want to go with Robertson's goal because what I liked about that goal, again, he doesn't puck watch. As soon as his deep partner gets it, he looks at the net, he backs up get in a position to shoot, and he rips it. So I love that little sequence of play that he made. I also wanted to give Schneids that credit, but I'm going to pick PJ again. Stay in your seat. On the goal, the first home game goal, who started that play?
Was it Igor from behind the net?
Yes, it was. Igor started the play with the breakout dish up the wall on the guy's tape. Then that pass led to the next pass. Mika took it around the net and set up Panarin. So that's the full 200-foot play that led to their first home game goal.
It was awesome.
But where did that play start, Mark?
In the back of the net.
Where did it start?
I don't know.
In
Sorry,
In the defensive zone.
Bang. I'm
You're not
trying to
gonna
find
get-
mine. I'm sorry, you caught me.
You're not
paying
getting the
attention.
lessons, Mark. You're not paying attention.
Mark is
Yes,
Mark's like the kid in the back of the class. He's like, looking.
I wasn't prepped for this, so I'm trying to find it.
You're shutting me off.
Yeah. Coach saw Mark look off screen for a second. He's like, "Hey, Mark, what did you?"
Mark, are you listening?
He was writing the girlfriend a note.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mark was
my
passing a
God.
note to Kim on the couch.
All right.
Oh,
It's your
Allie.
highlight.
But in all
What a
seriousness,
tease.
you don't get that kind of analysis on any other Rangers podcast. That's for sure.
Let me tell you something. Allie fits right in to the whole group with her sarcastic. I love it.
You just made her night, I'm sure.
You just made her night,
That is-
man. Her week.
That is so
month,
true,
whatever.
though.
She fits right in from day
I'm gonna
one.
No,
do
but
that
it's so
just
true.
for her so she can have
Day
it.
one in Allentown, it just doesn't stop. It's
I
just
don't think
great.
Coach, I don't think that she was even being sarcastic. Like, I think genuinely PJ's highlight was Morrow getting called up.
I was.
I mean,
Well, Mark, Mark and Allie sent the text to me. Actually, I was working, so I wasn't on Twitter at the time, and they both sent it to me simultaneously. And I was, oh my god, let's go, it's time. And then what happened? It was like Trocheck on the LTIR. It was just such a
PJ's like a heart surgeon. He's doing the surgery. He gets the message, and the guy starts coding because he's like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. Oops, that wasn't supposed to fall in there.
But I really thought he was going to play when they sent Mackey down and left him up. It just was weird that he.
All right, let's not overanalyze the Morrow situation. Relax, kid.
No,
I
I
don't
just
think
it was
it's
just
weird,
pointless.
dude. He got a couple practices at the NHL level. He took a team picture in a suit and a tie. He saw the group. That's good. That's
You got a
extremely
taste for the
valuable for your
NHL.
player.
You got a taste
Yeah.
of the private jet. You got a taste of the NHL.
Dude, he's
Gotta
playing
get back
games
up
in
there.
Hartford.
Did
He came out. He's playing games in Hartford. He came up. He did 3 or 4 practices with Mike Sullivan, and then he goes back to Hartford. That is valuable for his development
He's
because
got a
now
little bit of money. Yeah, I mean it's fair, but it's just
Yeah.
It felt like he was going to play. So
All right, what's your highlight?
to me, my highlight was I debated which goal in Montreal. I actually went the Mika one-timer, the first goal,
Okay.
because I haven't seen Mika rip a one-timer like that off the power play in a while. And man, he hammered that, and with no one in front. And I was like, wow, that was vintage Mika. And it kind of changed the tide of that game. So that got me out of my seat. Like I almost couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was sick, and it was a very important goal. At the time, down 2-0 to get that one back really propelled the team. Mark,
I want
what about you?
I want the stat line on the last time Mika hit the net on a one-timer.
So sorry,
get
I
me
was
started.
distracted. I was trying to find the text message between PJ and I because PJ did the reverse mush. We were talking. You remember the third period? We started on the power play. Before that started, I was texting PJ. Wouldn't it be nice if we came out? We just scored a goal right off the power play. He goes, that never happens. It's never going to happen. Lo and behold, JT and Laugh right in front of the net. Bang, right in 2-2. That was my play. Knotted it up, and they never looked back.
I hate those.
Good job, Mark.
I hate them. They really
Wait, Mark,
don't.
who was involved? Who was involved in that goal?
I said JT Miller first.
I know, and who?
It was Alexi
And who?
Lafreniere.
Well, the goal was JT Miller from Fox and Panarin, so I don't know.
He made
I'd have to look at the play again.
Do the first goal lap. He made him go first, but it was they
Yeah.
credited it to JT.
I'd have to look at the play again and remember, but I see Miller his second from Fox and Panarin.
It was
Marcus, they were both in front. It
was
like
a blast,
Lafayette
and
actually
it-
got a piece of it
they
too.
both,
It's like a double
yeah.
deflection.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, I guess Lafreniere has a separate points category, so it's goals, assists, and then like times that he is close to getting a point. So
Was
he has
around the
three-
puck.
Goal celebration.
He gets 3. So right now he has 1 goal, 1 assist, and like 5 close to getting a point. So he's got 7 points on the year.
It's like it's like when Mike Kelly was on, and I talked about Laffy passing the Heedle. It was assists above expected.
We need to start.
There is some stat like that like
He-
chance assists, like that lead to scoring chances. That is actually a stat.
I know Mike
Say
Kelly
what you-
said that because I asked him.
I just
That-
broke the
okay.
holiday in share. If anyone
Say what you want about Heedle, but he has more goals this season than Lafayette has points. So we can.
I look over
We
to
can just
Little
take
Ed.
a
I'm like,
stop.
what is he holding in his hands?
I almost just fell off the chair, man.
I wish you did. That
Um,
would have been an all-time podcast moment.
I actually watched that happen.
I missed it because I was too busy getting heated
Oh,
responding.
I
to
wish
Coach's
it would have
trolling.
happened.
Oh, that hurt.
That would have been all-time.
All right, Coach, the Jesper Fost Key Contributor Award. Who's the key contributor here?
I'm gonna go with my boy Robertson.
I like it.
I second that.
Yeah, with the
Very-
injuries on D, him stepping in like that, definitely a good pick.
Yeah, that's who I had too. I just feel like what a nice surprise. Got the goal. Was been really good defensively, all over the ice. It's great to see.
The biggest thing for me, it's like he just wasn't on many people's radar. I mean, we spoke about him a lot on this podcast for the reasons we had talking about this whole episode, but not many people had him slated in the lineup or even like coming close, like being like one of the bubble guys or anything, So he kind of came out of nowhere. Even when he was in Hartford, you didn't really hear about him as like the next guy, yeah.
Yeah, I picked him for my highlights, so I didn't pick him for the key contributor. I went with Gavrikov. I know Coach is not impressed with what he's seeing so far, but I just think the guy's super smooth out there. He's always in position. He looks like, I feel like just watching him, like, can this guy skate? And then he's just in position. He makes a play. He's got the reach. He pushes a guy out of the front or whatever he may do. He does all those little things out there and is like silky smooth in doing so for such a big guy. And I just think he's really solidified that first pairing. I mean, and I think he's only going to get better as he learns the system and gets more comfortable with Fox. I think we're going to really see a different player throughout the year as well. So
He's so technically sound.
That's the word I'm looking for. He's like technically sound. Like he's just in position. His stick is in the right place. He breaks up a pass. It's just a subtle little play. Nothing – doesn't stand out to you how good he is defensively, but he is.
Dave Maloney had a good quote. He said he talked to the Kings coach it might have been Albert, one of the two, and they said he has the best stick in the league as a defenseman. It's just always in the right spot.
Well, too bad we don't have Sam to say the long reach of Vladislav Gavrikov.
I was about to say that. Even better than the long reach of Keandre Miller.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's
funny. We're on the same wavelength tonight.
Sam. Shout out to Sam.
So
yeah, all right, Mark.
I was going to do the broadcast banner real quick.
Oh, do it. Love it.
I left it. I feel like it had to be played.
That's
all right, Mark.
Only had a good.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised none of you.
Wall that I like.
What?
What was that?
Say that again, Coach.
Dave Maloney had a nice banter on the replay on the goal that Igor passed to the wing and then it went down ice. He was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!"
We need to find that.
Oh God. Okay, Mark.
I'm gonna go Sam Carrick. I'm surprised none of you guys did, unless you picked him last time. Main highlight for me is that fight that he had. Sparked everybody. That was a big time heavyweight fight, and I think he gave life to the team with that. So Sam Carrick just seems to be in the right place at the right time. He's doing the right things, and he owns a maple syrup conglomerate, which is really funny.
Dude, did you look at the outline I sent, the stats since the last podcast?
That was hilarious. Yeah, well done.
I don't know if anyone I don't know if Coach had a chance today to see that part. But
no other maple syrup comment,
because I didn't get those. I'm doing this on the fly.
Well, were you listening to the last episode? We bring it up like every episode.
Carrick Bros.
Carrick's stats last week. I put 2 bottles of maple syrup tapped, 4 shots on goal, 3 blocks,
love it.
5 hits.
It's the best.
I love maple syrup too, so yeah. I gotta try it.
Good.
Right before that, though, Mark.
There's nothing like homemade maple, nothing like fresh maple syrup.
Right before that fight, though, Mark, he crushed Lane Hudson behind the net, which has led to that fight. That was what a hit that was.
Yeah, he didn't even end up fighting the guy that he crushed. He ended up
How did
fighting,
he not get an instigator there?
Yeah, that pissed me off. They should have.
Did you guys catch that? No instigator penalty on that. He threw a clean hit.
Yes, I was listening to that on the radio.
Happened to Trouba constantly. Clean hit, and he has to defend himself.
Yeah. All right, it's time for go, Mark.
I was gonna say it's sort of opposite of Cooley and Tarasenko the other night, where they called Cooley on that penalty for roughing, and he literally was like talking to Tarasenko.
Terrible call.
It was so bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to
one in
interrupt.
Montreal for the same thing. I couldn't believe it. It was an abomination.
So bad.
It's really hard to segue with 5 people, but coach is leaving the room, so
I'm sorry.
it makes it a little easier. Coach is leaving the room right in time for Coach Ed's copyright doghouse. Classic Coach Ed. Play the doghouse.
Oh God.
Yeah, Coach Ed's Doghouse brought to you by Suiter's Sweet Treats, as always. Okay, well, Coach took a little hiatus, so we'll go to Little Ed, who's the closest thing to Coach Ed here. He's also a Coach Ed. He's not Coach Ed, but he's a Coach Ed. So we'll go to Little Ed. Oh, he's back. He's back.
So wait, before I just went on the Carrick Brothers website. They also make like a thinner maple syrup, I guess, that you can cook with or make drinks with. So they have the maple mojito, the maple old fashioned, and a bunch of different ones. But then they also have a maple H2O, like a boxed water that I'm not really sure, rich in antioxidants and essential minerals. So it's not just maple syrup. Sam Carrick is doing some work.
That's
over
why I
there.
said a conglomerate.
There you go.
Sponsorship right here. Carrick Brothers.
Yeah, but that's a smart idea to put a little flavor of maple syrup in water like that. Probably delicious.
Sounds
Behind
good.
So
your ears.
I'm gonna check it out, but it looks like it might only be shipping in Canada right now. So we'll see.
Well, we should
My
send him a letter
doghouse-
from the pod. Then
What?
We'll promote it. We should send him a letter from the pod. We'll promote it for free. Just send us a box,
Yeah.
That'd
Have his brother on the show.
be awesome, actually. Coach, we're gonna let him do the doghouse first, or me?
No, let's let
ahead, bud,
Coach
you
do
go.
it first. Even though I should ban him from doing it first.
Oh,
I don't really have one.
little cooking tip. I put the maple syrup in what do you call Brussels sprouts with some garlic.
It's delicious.
I'm not a Brussels sprouts
Anyway,
guy.
I'm going with the we talked about before. I'm going with Will Cooley, not because I don't think he's playing decent or good. I just think he should be more effective the way he was last year.
Yeah, it's crazy that Cooley's in the
Out
doghouse,
of the
but
funk a little bit.
I think it's
Forget it.
he's in Allie's doghouse too, which is insane.
Really?
Wow.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
when you
I don't want to get Allie mad at me, but I'm picking. Not that I
No,
don't like
she's pissed
the way
at
he's
him.
playing. I want him to be playing a little bit, little more physical.
So
I need
Coach
him to
has
drop
Cooley.
the gloves. He's got to drop the gloves.
Coach has Cooley. Little Ed's empty. I'm going with Laffy. You guys know that already from what I said before. I
Oh
don't need to
boy.
repeat it. I don't need to repeat it all, but yeah, I'm disappointed. PJ, who you got?
Yeah, I was gonna say laugh too. I just feel like I'm just expecting more, and they need it right now, especially with the lack of goal scoring. They need them to come through, and you just want to at least be getting chances. Like he's the one guy that's not getting chances. Like if he was like Mika and not scoring, but he was getting great chances,
Right,
I-
exactly.
that would feel better about it.
That's how I feel too. All right, Mark.
You ready for this one? And I'm surprised none of you said it. Taylor Radish. Who is he? Where is he? What is he
Mark.
doing?
Mark
I-
hates Radish, dating back to the preseason.
Why isn't Brett Berard playing his position right now? I just
Or
don't know.
Offman.
I don't. Not even an Otter. I just. What is this guy's position on the team? Maybe he's doing so well that I don't think it's that though. What is he doing?
I'm gonna change mine. I'm gonna go with that too, Mark, because when I was watching with Coach the other night, I said that to him that I'm still waiting on just anything from him.
Anything.
I
So do
I haven't really formed an opinion on him at all. It's like that
Right.
that kind of player.
How many games
like-
are we in though? He's done nothing. He did nothing in the preseason, really. I mean, maybe one
Yeah.
good game between preseason and regular season.
He
Yeah.
scored in Pittsburgh. That's the only thing I remember. But he's been pretty unnoticeable. There's
Yeah, and I'm
Maybe
sure
that's-
you guys and the listeners know I'm not like one to force the young guys into the lineup, but I agree. I think Berard proved enough towards the end of last year that he could be in that spot.
Just a spark plug, something. Get something going. I don't think Taylor Radish.
When
is it.
Berard comes up, he
Completely
ain't
on.
going back, guys. When he
He-
comes up,
The only
staying.
issue, someone's got to get waived. And if you waive Radish, he signed
Yeah,
for
we'll
2
see what
years
happens.
at 1.5. You're going to still have a dead cap hit. Like it's not fully buried.
I don't see a need to waive him. I think it's only 8 games. Yes, I agree with everything you guys are saying, but He's a good
I gotta pay more
forechecker.
attention to him.
He's a good forechecker. He's a bottom six guy. He's probably better off in the fourth line right wing role, but that's where Rempe is. That's probably more of where he's better on a contending team if he's in the lineup at all. But again, every year the Rangers.
Cuz froze.
All right.
Every year the Rangers break my heart. Every year the Rangers.
Look how innocent he looks there.
All right, I got the better question. The question of the year to this point. PJ sends us the lineup if that's going on in practice, and when he types Vakanainen's name, he types it with the A with the 2 dots over it.
I don't know. So full disclosure.
You don't really. If you didn't do that, I would know who Vakanainen is.
Full disclosure. I don't type that, Coach.
And also, and who else do you do with Parsonen?
I don't type those.
Who's the other?
I don't type those.
That's a cut,
No,
copy,
you
and paste usually for.
I copy and paste. So
I look back at the text.
I have the subscription through New York Post, and Molly Walker will text you. So she sends those texts. So a lot of those texts, I'll just copy and paste to you guys because
No, it was something that you typed. I got to look for it.
I promise. I don't even know how to. I'm not even sure I know how to do that.
He asked me, he's like, how does PJ type the A's? I was like, I don't know if he does it, but I think you just hold down the A on the keyboard.
No,
and then
I don't have that much patience.
the 2 A, yeah, it's there. You can do it.
But I mean, it's not far to believe that you wouldn't know how to do that.
That's fair.
Because I finished your sentence for you when you froze.
Bro, I still to this day do not understand internet. I mean, I don't understand it. I have zero internet right now. Zero. I have fiber internet.
Low rider.
They do it on purpose.
I just don't get it. Anyway, yeah, thank you for finishing my sentence, but it's early and he might not even be on the team later, so I'm not worried.
Well, I don't know who hates someone more, Mark hating Radish or Chris hating Sherry. At least Sherry does things.
Sherry's
out
at
there.
least
He shouldn't be in
skating.
the top
He's
six.
noticeable.
Yeah, he
I mean,
shouldn't be in the top six, but-
The thing with Sherry, though, that I will say,
Wait, whoa. Is it Sherry or Sherry?
it's Sherry,
Yeah.
technically.
You're right. That threw me off. Kenny Albert saying Sherry.
The thing with that is the nepotism. That bothers me a little bit. It does. It just irks me a little bit. It's like I can see, Othman or Berard being like, come on. Like, of course, he's the son-in-law of the coach and he makes the team and I'm cut again. Like, I would be freaking pissed.
I would
I
agree
think
with
he's
that
playing
if he
well.
didn't have a good preseason, though. He was legitimately good in the preseason. So I get it. If
I
he's
think he's
I
signed,
think
well,
regardless
too.
of that, I would be pissed, but I do agree he was good. I have no problem with his game right now.
It's not a good look. I admit it's not a great look, but I think he's playing good. And
Well, like he's
the end of
giving
the
his
episode- we can have a
son-in-law,
whole conversation on this, and it's the end of the episode.
he's giving
I
his
think it's-
son-in-law $800K to take care of his daughter. Like, it's not a great look. It's really not.
I think right now it's so magnifying because he's playing on the top 6. He if he's playing on the 3rd or 4th line where
He's a
he
good
should be, I think that's where he should be. And
Yeah.
but right now it's just magnified because he's up.
yeah.
Imagine if Coach was coaching the Rangers and he signed Mikey Constantine as like the 6D. I mean,
Did you ever see Mike skate? It would really be a problem. Tom Coughlin had Chris Snee on the team.
I know.
I
It's
don't
crazy.
think if Sherry didn't earn it, he wouldn't be there. I'm sorry. I disagree with that whole nepotism thing.
It's the appearance, Coach. Whatever.
I
All right.
understand, but I don't think it's even a question. You're questioning the coach and the GM's integrity, and I disagree with it.
Well, the fact that you disagree with me, Coach, comes as a huge surprise. I'm very shocked by it.
It has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with you saying it. Whoever
Disagrees
says
with
it,
me
I
on
disagree
laugh. Disagrees with me on the nepotism.
Join the club.
Shocked.
Join the club, cousin.
I'm shocked. Anyway,
Well, PJ,
I hear
you're
you.
joining the club because this has been going on for a long
Fair.
time.
long. This has been going on for 30 or 25 years or something. Okay.
Thank you,
Upcoming
Alex.
schedule.
Well, you want to do fan of the week first?
Yes,
Oh.
let's do fan of the week.
Thank you. Let's bring up our fan of the week. We're bringing that back. Thank you for reminding me. And it's
Yeah, so
at-
this week I
Go.
thought was a perfect week to bring back our segment fan of the week. Shout out to Dave and Aiden Volpe. I underscore am underscore Volpe underscore 87. He shot us a very
that's a lot.
Yeah, he shot us a very nice message last week on Instagram, thanking us for getting him through a tough time. I didn't really pry, but I told him that we're always here to chat. But I did see on his page that he tore his bicep off of his arm, or like off the bone, while he was.
Oh my God.
While he was working out, 98% off the bone. So I'm assuming that's the rough time he was going through. So while he was recovering and going through his physical therapy and stuff, I'm assuming he was listening to the pod. So big shout out to Dave and Aiden Volpe. Big fans of the pod. Aiden's his little son there, you can see on YouTube. And he was at the game the other night. We didn't get a chance to meet up with him, but he got a Robertson custom Fanatics jersey at the Garden.
I saw that in there, and I was wondering whose that was. I have that.
Yeah, so maybe the version didn't get saved. Oh, there we go. The version didn't get saved on the. I was having issues with Canva today, so I guess PJ didn't get the most updated version. I had his Robertson jersey on the graphic, but there you go. PJ just threw it up on the screen. Beautiful custom jersey made at the Garden, and I thought it was very fitting as the fan of the week, and a pretty big coincidence because we chose him to be fan of the week before he sent me that picture of that jersey. So very cool. Thanks for all your support over the years, Dave. And like I said, we're always here if you need to chat. And thanks for being fan of the week. And if anyone else wants to be fan of the week, you don't have to send us a nice message, but we're looking for different creative ways and ideas for the show. So if you want to be featured, reach out to us.
Yep, great stuff. No, great.
You could
message.
stop by picking on Pete. You could stop by picking on Pete.
Poor PJ.
But when I saw that Robertson jersey picture in the drive, I thought that was your coach got at the game, and I was very impressed.
Yeah.
PJ, you're gonna play goalie at the Rangers Ed
Oh, that
Alumni
thing's cool.
Classic?
I haven't played goalie since I was 20, but I could.
Well,
How
look
old are you
me
now?
last year.
I'm
You look like me when I went out
36.
there last year and I played 10 years or whatever it was.
We're going on 20 years of me not playing, so it's been a bit. Hirsch is trying to get me to play. He plays in a men's league, but it's been so long. And I had glasses. I used to wear contacts. I don't know what the hell I wouldn't be able to see without them.
You gotta just put the headband on, keep the sweat out of your eyes. It'd be all right.
Hey guys, I just figured something out. I did the math. Not one of us have a Robertson jersey.
You did the math.
You think that'll
I
break
think
the
so.
curse?
We did.
I hope you
I don't have
out.
one. I just did the math. There's 5 of us here. Not one of us have a Robertson jersey.
I think Oscar made me a Morrow Centennial, so we'll see it. We'll test it again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, look.
Let's get to the upcoming schedule.
Uh,
Oh, jeez. That's not the upcoming schedule.
No, I don't know. I get it. I hear the noise.
There we
All right, so PJ, before we go and make our picks here, why don't you run down me going 0-3 last week and update everybody else as well?
Oh God, yeah. I'm right there with you. We both went 0-3. Little Ed went 1-2, and I made an error and forgot to text Coach.
So, Coach, you're going to count double this week.
How'd you like my play of the week last week? I gave it to Eddie on the phone.
Remind me?
Panarin boxing out the defenseman. So
Yeah, I was cracking up, dude.
Walk in.
So funny. It was nice, but yeah.
Typical Coach Ed highlight. All right, so what do we got?
Coach Ed highlight, and also typical Coach Ed to interject in the middle of the upcoming schedule standings update to bring up his highlights. All right, so Coach, your I guess predictions this week are gonna count double since you didn't predict last week. Okay, so every loss counts for 2, and every win counts for 2.
So I'm doubling
PJ.
down.
PJ, give us the updated standings before we pick.
So after last week, Little Ed is still in first place at 4-2. Coach Ed was 1-2, so he's technically in second as of now. Cousin Ed is third and at 2-4, and I am sucking ass at 1-5.
All right, 1-5, PJ. Damn.
Not good for me. So I should just pick the opposite of what I think.
Yeah. All right. So Little Ed,
Chris.
you're in first, so you can choose to go first or last. It's up to you.
I'll go first. I'm going all 3 wins. 3-0 again.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that.
No explanation.
Coach?
We're gonna see a win tomorrow at MSG. That's all I'm gonna say.
Coach,
They better.
all 3
3-0.
See, it puts me in a tough spot because, if in order to catch up to you, I have to pick differently than you. But I don't want to if they lose, I'll be like, yes, I got I'm gonna.
Not
I'm gonna
everything's a
agree.
competition, cause we could just pick our teams and be done with it.
It is though. Didn't you watch the NHL thing? You heard Crosby. I'm just a competitive guy. I can't help it, man. I was just born this way, and it is what it is. I'm going 3-0. PJ.
Oh God, Chris is killing me in the comments. He's saying Misa's going to score his first goal tomorrow.
Oh, I mean, that's
We all
obvious.
know the Sharks are winless going into the Garden, and the Rangers haven't won at home. I'm scared. I'm going to win. They have to win tomorrow. Saturday or Sunday, against the Flames. I just feel like they never win there. I honestly can't remember the last time they won on the road in Calgary. I'll have to look. So I'm going.
Probably
win
the President's Trophy year. They swept the British.
Yeah, you're
Columbia
right.
trip, didn't
They did win that year. Yeah, that was the only year in a while. And then in Vancouver, I'm going to go win because that's JT Miller's return. I think they're going to be fired up for him.
Oh yeah, and Susie.
And Susie.
Can't forget that guy.
Mark, join us this week for the picks.
Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like it's such a homer thing to do, but I think these are all winnable games as long as we could score some goals, because that's what it takes to win. Tomorrow we have to win. I can't go 0-5, so that's a win. I think we're gonna take the 2 in Canada. So I'm gonna say 3-0.
Tomorrow's gonna be 6-5 Rangers in overtime or some nonsense.
I think there's going to be a lot of tension in the Garden tomorrow.
It reminds
Barclay Goodrow game tying goal with 1.7 on the clock.
So who does Wenberg? I was talking with somebody. Does Wenberg have a goal for this year already?
Yes.
Oh jeez.
Okay, so I don't know. So I don't
The
know
last
if you were
minute-
saying.
The last
I don't
minute
know.
goal.
I don't know if Goodrow has a goal for the year, so that might be a good anytime goal scorer pick.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
definitely.
yeah,
scoring a goal.
that's a smart bet. I mean,
Well, put down Elias Pettersson also. He's not doing anything this year. He'll light it up and get a hat trick.
Yeah, it's 5 points.
JT's going to send him into another time zone. Who you?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Better keep his
The,
head up.
I was going to say the game against the Sharks tomorrow reminds me of when David Quinn was the Sharks coach his first season. He came into the Garden in a very similar. So I think they had lost their first 5 or 6 as well, and he got his first win in overtime with the Sharks in MSG.
I don't want to. It's literally the definition of a trap game.
I know, but it's
Well-
not because they lost the last game. It's not like they're on a winning streak and they have
Have
something to
faith,
look at.
boys. They're going
I
to
have
win.
a
They're
lot
just
of
going to
faith.
give up a lot of goals. That's what's going to happen. So it's going to be a fun, exciting game.
Is it going to be? Who's going to be? Is it going to be quick?
I don't know. If you want Igor to win the Vezina, I wouldn't start him against the Sharks. That's what
Oh,
I feel like
God.
you're going to score a bunch of goals.
I think it'll be Igor because they haven't played since Monday and they don't play again until Sunday. They're not going to give them off that many games.
Yeah.
The days you'll be rusty.
You're right.
We'll
think it'll be
see.
Igor is my
He might
guess.
play all three.
Yeah, I think he will.
He
Yeah,
They
we'll
need-
see.
They need to start
We'll see.
stringing wins together. Remember last year, cousin, how many damn times they never won 3 in a row?
The whole season.
They got to.
They went
it
the
was-
entire season without
It
winning
was
3 in a row, right?
unbelievable every time, and we would go on predict these and be like, never did it.
Also, you guys recommended this NHL series on Amazon. This is a good way to sign out for the episode, by the way. So I'm watching it. The episode with Brady Kachuk. You guys saw that? So
Yes.
spoiler alert, if you haven't
Yeah.
watched it yet and you're waiting, I'm sorry for this. But they had to do a highlight section on his overtime goal against the Rangers in that late game during the
Oh, my-
season.
Oh,
my
I know.
God.
And I just want to say that game, I'm not going to forget that game because I was on my baby moon with my wife at a resort in the Keys, and I was watching that game on my phone, and I had to control myself and enjoy the baby moon and actually like be in a good mood after that. It was
That's awful.
really hard. Like that was not easy, guys. Like,
That's
and I had to.
impossible.
It was such a huge game, and like they had to highlight that in the episode. I'm like, dude, I gotta relive this.
I remember
not-
exactly the same feeling. I remember texting you guys that game.
And they were up 3-0 in the third period, I think, right? Panarin scored.
3-1. Yeah,
Big-
but Aaron scored early in the third to go
Just the-
3-1.
Just the
Yeah.
fact that you were on a baby moon watching a Ranger game on your phone is disturbing.
That was bad enough.
Oh, I
that
would
was
do
bad
it.
enough. Oh, she
Coach,
understood.
I'd watched the Rangers game at a wake before. Like at a
Yeah.
viewing.
Oh,
Oh my god! All right, boys, that's it. I'm done.
PJ, you just confirmed the problem you have.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I know I
awesome.
do. I'm a
P-
sicko. There's no question.
PJ,
So funny.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't, but I haven't.
Yeah, I don't
Mark,
know.
I would imagine you would if you had to.
The baby
Yeah,
was
we've
one
all
thing. We're
watched them
sitting
at
on the
weddings.
beach. I'm
I
in a
needed to
chair.
distract
It's like-
myself from the sadness.
By
and they
watching
played the
Rangers.
Islanders that weekend, Coach, as well.
No,
I think.
P. Everybody's looking at PJ like, "Oh, he's so upset at the wake. He's crying." Blah blah blah.
He's like, "Oh my god, how do you miss that?" Oh, okay.
How sensitive he is.
Oh, my Lord.
Unbelievable. Oh, we got to put Jenna's comments up before we go. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Jenna yet, but PJ is the worst. It's so embarrassing. We got married in September for a reason.
Facts.
So-
Very true. I told her I
Uh,
could not be getting married and worrying about what's happening in the game. I needed full focus.
So he had the preseason game on during the wedding.
No, there wasn't even preseason, thankfully. But yeah, I
We got married in Allentown.
Scott Morrow was his best man.
I would have proposed to her at MSG, but she would have killed me and said no.
Let me ask you a question, PJ. Who are you going to be for Halloween?
I can honestly say I have not dressed up for Halloween since college.
Really? That's
Yeah, I'm not a
that's crazy.
Halloween guy.
I miss
Oh, okay.
Halloween. Well, I got to go down to the front desk and explain how I just broke their desk chair. So
All right, boys. Little Ed, be safe on the road. Till next week, boys. Let's go Rangers. Enjoy the games. Make sure you order your Sorrentos for those games, by the way, because that
Yes.
section was sponsored by Sorrento.
Oh yeah.
Mark,
I had
when I come
Sorrentos
over,
for
can I
lunch
get
yesterday.
Sorrentos?
I had it for lunch yesterday. It was delicious.
Yeah, Mark,
Ah,
when I come
you
over
guys
for
are
a game,
killing
can we get some for the game?
We're
We're
absolutely
going to get
PJ.
pizzas, sandwiches. We're going to get the whole kit and
Oh,
caboodle.
baby, I'm ready.
Oh.
Do they
Might
have
to
wings,
fly
Coach?
for this.
I've never seen the wings, but they have this sweet Thai chili chicken tenders that are phenomenal.
Can I leave the episode yet?
Phenomenal.
You got to
Sorry,
get
I had
Sorrentos
to-
their burn.
I had to
man.
get the wings in there somehow.
No,
They're
I
as
know. I'm
good
just
as that
laughing.
chicken wing. Well, have you had the sweet chili chicken tenders?
I have it. I'm going to try them now.
Oh my God! You got.
Mark's going to turn into a chicken wing.
Everything.
Coach is going to go run down the menu. Well, have you had the this yet?
No,
Have you had
I'm telling you, that's off the charts, Mark. Anyway,
Sounds good.
fellas, have a good night. Love you guys. Thanks for all our sponsors, our fans. Great job, fellas.
Coach, good job on
Love
the
you
board
guys.
tonight.
Thanks
Love
for
you
having me,
guys.
guys.
Yeah.
Great
Love
segment.
you guys.
Love
Let's go
everybody.
Rangers.
Get some wins, please, and goals.